Everybody, I'm Nate from Dwarven Forge, and this is Hell Awaits. It's a live stream D&D game that we're doing in the middle of our Hellscape Kickstarter. The idea is we want to show you how this awesome Hellscape terrain could work on your table, give you some ideas on how to entertain or torture your players, and mostly just have a fun couple of hours together. So thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. Hello, Grayson, Hawk, and Natalia, my family watching at home. I hope everybody has a fun time, and now, let's dive into hell! So, gathered here, we have 4 intrepid or foolhardy or some combination of the two members of our team. Very devout members of our team here. You guys want to tell us who you are and what you're playing, and then we can kill you. So let's start, ladies first.
You can certainly try.
Who am I? So who are you, Nina?
Well, my name is Sandy Smarthammer. I'm a son-in-law of Moradin. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Dwarven culture, that means I'm a cleric. I'm a mountain dwarf. I'm about 4 feet tall, and I'm wearing chainmail, sort of sparkly chainmail, a white cloak. Over my chainmail and my pauldrons, I'm wearing a little cardigan, as you can see, because I do still care about having a nice presentation in front of our Lord Moradin.
Woo! Well, may Moradin be with you. You're gonna need it.
Moradin is always with me.
And is Moradin with you, Miss Selena?
Oh, Moradin's in all of us. So I'm Margaret Fireforge, wife of Baron Fireforge, who's the operator of the Fireforge mine. It's basically the backbone of this community, and how I support my community is serving my husband and my god Moradin. We happen to meet at the same church group, and we are traveling together, hoping to spread the good word of Moradin.
And what class are you playing here?
So I'm a bard, and first and foremost, I'm a dwarf.
I'm noticing a theme here.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we can carry the theme on with you, Hamster. What's going on over here?
I am Tugbraid Tug Softnoggin, a mountain dwarf barbarian kissed by the sun in a small fishing town. And my mom always told me nice stories of more of Din, and boy, he seems nice, and I never have enough Din, so I think we'd be good friends. But when I lost me mom in a rushing river, I was told I was saved by this Moor of Din, so I hope to one day meet him and say hello and tell him stories of me mom.
All right. So
Sounds like a lovely lady.
Yes, I will meet the nice Moor of Din.
Hopefully not tonight, though.
Well, why not? He seems nice.
Well, if you die in honoring Moradin, you shall feast in his halls.
Hold on a
Promise you
minute.
that.
Good, I'm hungry.
I noticed the theme. So we're 3 for 3 with dwarves. And Toby, what do we have over here?
I'm Carge. I don't have a last name.
He has a last name.
It's Cuddlebeard, okay?
What was that? Cuddlebeard?
Cuddlebeard?
Cuddlebeard.
Oh.
Not Cuddle.
I think my son's friends call it Cuddlebeard.
Your friends are wrong. They're all wrong. Well, I'll keep mine short, not to bore you all. I'm rogue. I'm not very good with, communicating. I'm not very good with words sometimes, and I want to be the best.
He stabs things and opens things and steals things.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I
you
can
mean you're
come off
happy nice rogue.
sometimes, and I'm very, but I just want to help.
And this is what happens a lot, right? Someone tries to talk to you, and then you go silent, and then somebody dies, and then you feel bad about it.
It's more that I end up starting fights. That I have no intention of.
Is Moradin in your heart?
I'll defend you to the last.
Oh, he's new to
I will
the
help.
Church of Moradin.
He is the newest member of this church group. So
But Moradin smiles on all dwarves.
So I understand this group of you 4 dwarves have a name.
We do.
Yes.
We like to call ourselves the Dwarven Force.
Dwarven Force, I see. That's
Has a nice
very-
ring to it.
Yeah, Dwarven Force.
Dwarven Force.
You even have a theme song? Everything. This is good. All right, well, I hate to tell this to you, but it is a dark time for Dwarven Force.
Good thing I have dark vision.
The Pontifex general, the head of your temple, has disappeared, and the congregation. It's true, and the congregation is in utter dismay. However, each of you has had a vision from Moradin. You've seen the Pontifex. He is surrounded by hellfire. He is calling out for help. And, best of all, this prophetic vision has taken you to a distant monastery in the Aranthor Mountains.
Wow.
So, when you arrive there, you find signs of struggle, signs of violence, and a terrible sight. The altar of Moradin, desecrated. Covered. It's true. It's true. I wouldn't make this up. I'm the DM. I never lie. It's
Heavens to Betsy, this cannot stay.
Oh, dang flabbit.
A vision? I just thought I had some bad cheese.
So the altar is covered with runes, infernal runes in blood, and on the ground, in a pool of blood, you see something that's familiar to all of you: the holy symbol of the Pontifex general. Clearly, he was here. So one of you goes to pick it up. Who's going to pick it up?
What are we staring at?
It's this holy symbol. So, the moment you touch the holy symbol, intent on consecrating it, just getting rid of this this desecration, the ground begins to rumble. Your bodies are overwhelmed with an intense heat. Darkness starts to consume you, and you fall away into nothingness. Blackout. Chapter 1. Let's go to chapter 1. Oh! 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 You open your eyes and blink away ash from your face. You find yourselves in an eerie cave lit by a strange greenish glow. The light comes from a river that churns behind you, its surface undulating unnaturally. In front of you, a massive devil towers nearly 20 feet high. Its purple face boasts a pair of spiraling horns, but no eyes. Strangely, its lower torso appears to be solid stone. In horror, you discover that your own lower torsos appear to be petrified as well. From the waist down, you are nothing but a pile of volcanic rock grafted to the floor. Oh! Who dares try and escape the soul cage vault? Who dares? I smell your goodness.
Does it smell like roses?
It smells like dreams.
Well, I have lots of those.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of good ones.
My, you certainly are tall.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
You smell delicious.
Oh,
Well, I believe this one here always has a snack in her pocketbook, so.
Oh yeah, would you?
Well, I regret to inform you that you shall all burn in hellfire. Woof. You all take 2 points of fire damage as the rock around you begins to incinerate your legs.
ow!
That will teach you for trying to escape out of the soul cage vault.
Say, my legs feel a little stiff. Anything we can do about that?
No, I caught you trying to escape. You will never leave.
Call on Moradin.
Ah, yes. Have you seen him?
Is he a small creature with a small scent that smells of sandalwood?
I'd say about our
fresh
size.
iron?
Well, he's
Oh,
about our
definitely
size, and he
fresh
is
iron.
ever present, and he is the dwarf father, and he loves all dwarves, and he is the savior of all dwarves.
I've smelt a dwarf that came in here recently.
That's probably not Moradin, but it might
No, but
be.
it's who we're looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
do
So
you
you've
know-
seen another dwarf, or not seen, rather,
Don't be
smelled.
rude, my dear.
Smelt his goodness.
What direction did he go?
The fool went into the vault.
course you would.
So what kind of vault would you say that this is?
Soul Cage Vault.
Souls, right. Is there treasure in the vault?
Yes, a very precious treasure.
It's there.
Well, we must rescue our friend.
No. What do you mean rescue?
We're gonna go get him and then take him home.
I thought you were trying to escape.
Oh, I'm not.
Sail out upon the river Styx. What do you mean go in? Only fools go in.
Yeah, we're all fools.
Well, then call me a fool. I'm not even sure how I got here, much less try to escape. How so?
You wish to enter?
Yeah, we can't just leave our friend in here.
Pretty
No, no one
Leader of the
leaves.
Ministry of Mars.
No.
I'm here to make sure no one leaves. I've been trapped here for an eternity. Look, I cannot move.
Well, you must
I
be
control
very
all
bored.
rock and fire here. Ha! You all take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh dear.
Look, we're not
But
trying to
enter.
leave. We're trying to enter. So
You wish to
can
enter
we-
the soul
Yes.
Oh, which way did his smell go?
behind me.
Well, perhaps you could limber up me legs and we can get on our way to our friend.
I am only charged with making sure nothing leaves. You may enter.
Okay.
Okay, can you...
Can I have my legs?
Free then?
If you would-
Oh, you'd like your legs free? Oh!
Yes, please.
Very well. Perhaps we shall make a deal.
Are you a devil? Cause I was told not to make deals with the devil.
Am an infernal, yes.
Well, I've got a fish in me pack if you want that.
No, I do not want your stinky fish.
Are you feeling
I
alright?
want your joy. I live in eternal anguish.
I
You
do.
see, I have crossed the Dark Lord, almighty be his name, of this plane. And he has trapped me here for an eternity in torment. But your joy, your delightful pleasures, that will be the balm that can ease my suffering. You must give them to me,
Have you
and I will free them.
have you tried Moradin? Cause he certainly gives me endless joy.
Moradin fills my heart with
So
joy.
you would give me your Moradin?
No, but I would give you
Well,
an
Moradin's in all of us.
informational pamphlet about Moradin, and you could learn more on your. I'll read it to you, even since you don't have eyes. Here you are, sir.
Ah, it smells of good.
Not very
Well, yeah, joy is good.
Ah! You all take 3 points of fire damage.
no.
Now,
That's smarts.
from you,
Yeah.
I sense, I smell an anger inside of you. You gain joy from a dark anger, don't you?
Only,
Give me your anger, and I shall set you free.
and I feel my barbarian rage come up into my
Oh,
chest.
yes, I said. Ah! Ah!
Excuse me.
Do you need an antacid?
Touch my yeah! Alright. So, for the remainder of this adventure, you cannot get angry. You must be nice to everything and everyone.
Oh shucks.
But your legs, the rocks melt away. And you have your little stubby dwarf legs back.
That's better. I do a
However-
heel click.
There is like a stone-like casing on your legs still, so you can you feel like you might be able to resist heat on
I
your
see.
feet for a very limited period of time.
Okay.
Before it perhaps melts away. You.
Yes, sir.
What do I want from you?
Well, if it's joy you're looking for,
I
I
know
do
it
believe
is.
I could give you my love of ale because I have been trying to cut back.
Oh no. The joy in you is the joy of your station in the church. Your gilded carriages. Yes, the way the other ones look upon you, they fawn upon you.
Appearances, of course.
Yes. You must give it to me.
My carriage?
It's your standing.
Hey, don't worry, you're always number one in my heart. Well, next to Morden, you're like 1A.
Oh, one. You are a darling.
Oh, shucks.
I suppose that we must proceed, and I will give you. I give you the keys to my gilded carriage.
For the remainder of the adventure, you must be humble and plain. The rocks melt away from your legs, and you too find your legs coated still in a rocky substance. You feel like you will be able to resist heat for a limited period of time. You.
Oh, hello.
You smell like you have fresh baked goods.
Oh, I always keep a little snack on me.
Yes,
Do
you.
you like some?
Oh no. I want to feast on your joy.
Oh, I don't
I
think
think you have pride, your song, your voice brings tears to those around you. That brings you pride. I want your pitch.
Okay.
Yes, give it to me.
Ah.
What a lovely. Oh!
For the remainder of the adventure, you cannot sing on key.
This one.
Oh, this is gonna be fun for everyone.
The rocks melt away from your legs, and you find yourself, your legs are coated in a strange rocky substance. There is one more. Hidden in the shadows, but I can smell you. Others may think you hide out of fear, but it is not true. It brings you joy. I want your obfuscation. Give it to me.
No.
What does that mean?
Yes.
You'll feel much better down below, trust me.
Certainly a 5 gold word at
I don't
least.
need to feel good down below right now. Okay, I have more things to worry about. I'll give it to you.
You all take 3 points of fire.
Ah!
Give it to me. Die!
You happy now?
For the remainder of the adventure, you cannot hide. And your legs melt away.
Bard who can't sing, a rogue who can't sneak,
Ah,
a Baron who
Baron
can't
can't
reach.
yes. This feels delightful. Thank you. Now, you are free to enter. But remember, you cannot ever leave. I guard this way. Please. Right this way. I would step aside, but I have no legs.
Right, well, thank you.
We hope you enjoy our stuff. But,
Oh,
and that you
Hope
feel
it
a little
sparks
better.
joy.
Yeah, I hope you can at least use her.
Let's be on our way, friends.
Okay, we gonna.
In we go.
We
Let's move beyond the Howling Devil.
Yes.
We're gonna walk beyond
Alright.
the Howling Devil.
you enter down the passageway, and we will proceed
Could
to
someone
chapter 2.
move me?
Would you mind moving my friend over there?
Here we go. We're in.
You ready for close on Chris, we ready? The passage opens into another cavern with blackened stone walls. A flowing river of magma crosses in front of you. The glowing lava illuminates a towering gate that stands on the far shore. A drawbridge of iron and bone seals the door closed. Infernal runes and relief carvings of devils adorn the imposing structure. Your skin prickles at the presence of such an unholy sight. What do you do?
We were planning on meeting up today, so I had packed everyone a lunch anyway. So I just thought, Courage, that's for you. A tug. Oh, I know you don't like the crust on it. Okay, there
Thank
you
you,
go.
ma'am.
And of course, there's a lunch for you too, Sandy.
Thank you, darling.
All right.
Well, that was an ordeal. I believe we should all join hands and pray to Moradin to smile upon our venture.
Shall we?
All right,
Okay.
everybody join hands.
Come on, Carge.
I feel so useless.
Moradin, as we go against your enemies in this place of darkness,
Darkness.
I call down your radiant fire to guide us. May our hammers hit the faces of your
Hit it.
foes and
Hit it.
smash them.
Hit it, smash it.
And
Great.
we'll drive the darkness from this place.
Drive it away.
In Moradin's name.
More of Din.
Moradin.
You hear the peal like a giant anvil in the distance, and the warmth of Moradin fills your hearts.
Don't fail me. I need this right now.
Are you questioning?
No, I'm not questioning. I didn't need to make it sound like that. Okay.
What's all that racket?
Do you hear something?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Who's around here?
Who goes out? There's a voice coming from behind the gate.
Oh, and over here is Margaret Fireforge. I'm the wife of Baron Fireforge, of the operator of the Fireforge mine.
And a pillar of the community, I might add.
Absolute pillar.
Should we approach the bank, friends?
You can go ahead and lead the way.
All right, let us get closer to the
communities up.
voice. I will lead the pack.
I can move you for you, if you would like.
So I'm going through the winding cavern. You said we hear him about at the gate, right?
Oh, watch out for that lava flow, though.
Well, my feet actually feel pretty comfortable somehow. I think that howling devil may have helped. Friends, come on, follow me.
Okay. We're gonna walk up to
I'll just stop.
Alright.
I'm just like.
Can we see the hell gates?
I feel like you're probably behind everyone.
Well, I'm not a.
So many
I'm not
stalagmites I
that
could have
squishy.
hid
I
behind.
could go behind, at least ahead of our rogue friend here who
Okay.
isn't sneaking anymore.
Alrighty.
Hello, friend. Where are you?
Oh, I'm no friend of yours. Buzz off!
Perhaps we could change that. What do you like to do? We sing
Free the
songs?
skin of mortals! Yeah! Oh.
Of course.
Yes.
Who doesn't?
All of us big, huge, evil pit fiends like to do that. Yeah.
Ooh, a pit fiend, eh?
Kind
The
fellow.
fiercest you've ever met! Be gone before I smite you with my whip and things.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
My son used to do that all the time. He'd put on a little costume and be like, "Oh, I'll smite ya," and then I'd be like, "Oh, the only one who does smiting is Moradin, you silly Billy."
Oh, he was such a demon.
Such
He
a
was
babe.
one.
Soon-to-be friend, have you seen another dwarf pass through here recently?
I'm not, pit fiends don't talk to mortals! Now, be gone!
You're doing that right now.
Before I'm gonna kill you lots hard and fire! Yeah!
Perhaps
But
if
you're
you
talking
offer
right
him
now.
a snack.
What?
You are talking right now.
Silence! Kill! Go away!
Say, that's a fine gate you have there.
Yes!
Perhaps you could lower it and let us see the finer details and admire your work.
No! The big guy, I won't say his name.
Oh.
He left me here to guard, and I'm doing a bang-up job.
So where are ya? I don't see too much gardening happening. Unless you're guarding in.
Give me a perception check. Oh, don't you have advantage on
Yeah.
perception shenanigans?
Yeah, +5.
You have some advantage on what did you get?
15.
You see from the edge of the gate, you see a little
Cute little tail.
a spined little tail,
Oh, yeah.
sort of lashing out the corner of the gate.
Now, go before I crush you.
Oh, I think it's a snake.
What a snake? No, I eat snakes. Now go.
Well, we can't go. We have to get our friend.
I'm under strict orders not to open the gate. Would you perhaps, like a fish to, rend its flesh and scales from the bones and whatnot? Oh, yes, throw the offering over the gate. Oh, I'm afraid I can't throw that far myself. Perhaps you can lower it and I can hand it out to you. Weak mortals, yeah.
We all have our strengths.
And there's a little clinking and a clanking, and the gate opens just a little bit.
Throw your sacrifice into the gate. Say, I think I can almost throw it up that far. Maybe a little lower. Sure, you try. Us pit fiends, we have very little patience, you know. We'll...
Gate opens a little bit more.
Now, give me the fish. I have very, this is, I have things to do. I'm guarding all by myself. I mean, I have tough guys here with me, but I don't need them because I'm a pit devil fiend.
What are their names?
Well, all you need to know is Cranky. You wouldn't like him when he's cranky.
Oh.
That's why, he's cranky. And me, I'm known as Noxabum. Yeah.
Noxelbub?
Yes.
Well, we
Yes, this is a fine.
You, Noxelbub.
What?
Noxelbub kind of sounds like Noxel Hug.
Hey, no! Fierce, crushing, flaming brand wielding. Yes. Oh. Wait, no! Where's my fish? My short arms can't possibly throw that far. Perhaps a great evil beast like you in one step could find us here on the bank and fetch the fish for yourself.
Well, I'd love to see ya. Put a face to the name.
Oh, well, you see, there's...
It's a little snake.
I'm under a spell. You see, that makes me look really small. Right. So, I don't like to show you. The big guy said, I'm not gonna say his name. Said, don't talk to nobody, don't open the gate. I gotta go run a Kickstarter.
Well, we're not ones to judge anyone for being short. Come on out here.
Right.
Say hi.
Oh, wait, you wish to make a deal? Yes, a deal.
I mean, I just wanted to say hi.
What?
I just wanted to say hi.
A deal. Yes, you make a deal. A pact.
A pact,
A
yes.
blood pact, yes, for souls and stuff.
Yes, perhaps. To allow us to venture on beyond the gate.
No,
no, of course
your
not.
skin.
Right.
No, you give me your sacrifice. What is your sacrifice? A fish? What else?
I have a fish.
He has a fish.
I have 2 fish.
Oh, so many fish.
What else?
Lunch.
Lunch?
I have a fine homemade pastry made by our friend here.
I have a cucumber sandwich and a lemon bar.
Ooh. I know what you like.
It smells delicious and fleshy.
Anything to entertain a lonely. I've had so many. I'm tired of killing all these minions. What else?
Well, the greatest gift of all is friendship.
No, servitude.
all about before the great Luxembourg.
Well, if you lack servitude, we can tell you about our Lord Moradin.
Oh, he
What
knows
is
all
that?
about it.
Oh, I already have the top lord.
No,
I
no, no.
cannot
This
say
is
his name.
a
okay?
Lord of light and goodness, and he smiles down upon all of us, and I could give you an informational pamphlet along with these fish and the sandwich and the lemon bar and the other sandwich and the pastry.
Book of power.
Yes.
And this will give me power over the others.
Aye, yes.
I will
absolutely.
smite devils with this power.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Big, ugly, mean pit fiend.
The ugliest, yes. Oh,
Whoever
yes.
you want.
Like me. Me. Like mine.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you want to. Not gonna make
All
you
right,
do
so a
nothing you
bar, 2 fish, a book of great power, what else?
A pastry, a lemon
Friendship.
bar, another sandwich.
in friendship.
Eternal servitude.
That too.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so you will give a deal for eternal servitude.
Oh,
For you,
gonna-
yes.
You give the deal
give
to
eternal
servitude to Moradin.
This is hard. Okay, how about this? I make so many deals, it's just like, no biggie for me. So,
Right.
I will lower the gate. And you will place your offerings upon the gate. The book of power, most importantly.
Yes.
Book of power.
Of course.
Okay. You will back up. And I will send my little minion out to go get these.
Right, of course.
Yes.
What's his name?
He doesn't have a name, he's so little.
Ah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
We can name
He might answer the not so bum too, because he gets confused. But he's just little. Alright. But you don't want me to get cranky yet.
Right. Deal.
Okay.
We'll place our offerings if you lower the gate.
Alright.
My,
The
this is a
drawers
Friday night
lowers, and on the other side,
Resembles dwarven craftsmanship.
out flies a small infernal with wings bristling with spikes. The little tips of the spikes are flaming and the like. He sort of cautiously flies out. And this is our first reveal piece. Let's go to the reveal footage.
This is the Spine Devil, mounted on an integral flight stand. He's ready to rain death upon his foes. He must be getting ready for a job interview because he looks sharp. Ow! Dressed to kill.
Back to our regularly scheduled program. So this spine devil, which tail looks just like this. Comes flapping out. Around his neck, as you get closer, you see he has a ruby pendant. You notice it immediately. You're like, whoa, your eyes go wide. And it's got sort of a gently, it's pulsing with light, almost like flickering with an internal flame.
Can I do an
He
investigation?
walks
or-
over. He picks up the fish, where's the pamphlet?
Oh, yes, of course. The Book of Power.
Oh, this. Oh, wow. The big fiend back there is really good. Like this one. Whoa. Our Lord Moradin. Moradin loves all dwarves except for the ugly ones who aren't properly industrious. Ooh, this is a book of power.
Oh, he turns around, he starts to flap back towards the thing.
Now's our chance.
What do you guys want to do?
We scurry across the bridge.
You're gonna follow him
Yeah.
across the bridge?
Yeah.
All right, give me. Do you want to sneak or are you just gonna run?
I would like to sneak, but I can't.
Well, you can sneak. You cannot hide.
Okay.
So you can. And so to clarify, you can still rage, but you cannot be angry.
Right.
Right. So,
Okay.
So you can't hide from things, but you can be sneaky and stealthy,
Okay.
but you cannot hide. So I think you could walk quietly, but you cannot conceal
So
yourself.
she can
from-
sing into the attitude?
She can sing terribly. She can sing. She just has no pitch. But she can sing. She
you
can
still
bring
have
her
your
voice.
resonance,
Well, but
darling.
I don't play baseball.
Right.
So how are you?
I'm just
You're gonna
going
book
full. Yeah.
I'm going to follow.
I want to sneak.
You start running across the
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yes.
ridge?
Oh, I
All
can't
right.
really run anymore, not since my surgery.
All right. He flaps his wings start to go flapping like crazy. He starts hitting the amulet on his chest.
Can I-
Squeezing it. Cranky! Oh! And he like backs up as you guys are running towards him and flaps back.
Wait, can I see what the amulet is? Like, do I know what it is a little bit more? Or?
Magic. You can definitely tell because it's glowing. If you want to make an Arcana check, you can try and
Can I move our minis?
move them on up.
Okay.
I'm not very good at Arcana.
So my hug friend is more up now.
Not so good.
Noxel hug.
Yeah, move him. He can fly right up by. He's over by the Hellscape.
So he seems to be sounding an alarm of some sort?
It seems as such. He's the light is flashing brightly on this pendant. So what did you make? What did you roll?
I'll roll down. 9.
Magic pendant. What anybody else gonna do anything?
Looks like a rock.
I really do want to be friends with him. Can I try to be cast fast friends and lots of love?
Does he have to make a?
Wisdom save? Oh yes, you're right. That's a DC 14.
Except where's the top? There you go.
I think I've seen the light. Yeah, tell me more. You know what though? I'd like to stay read, but I don't know. I think this is gonna make Cranky awfully angry.
There's a light. The double doors behind you burst open.
Wait, did you just say his name?
In a cranky.
Oh,
In a
so that's not his name. Okay.
fiery light spills into the out of the gate. A hulking humanoid figure. It looks like it's made entirely of fire, encased in some sort of breastplate. Comes swooping out. And around its armor is got runes on it that are glowing red, flashing. It looks like in time with the amulet. And this is our next reveal piece. Go to the videotape.
Here we have the fire elemental Myrmidon, weighing in at 55 millimeters high to the eyes and wielding both a flame bird and bident. This guy is on fire!
You know, and this guy doesn't. So, all right. So, there's a little note for you people at home. We are playing with the original masters here, which is a thing you should never do. This is the original sculpt. That's why it's still on a block of wood. So I can't even get it onto. I can't even get it on here because we're on like a 3-inch block of wood. So we're gonna put him right there for now. Yeah, these are all the master the greens. We're playing with painted greens. It's one of a kind. All right, so this massive fire elemental comes swooping out, and he looks, as the name might imply, he looks awfully angry. If fire could be angry, this is an angry fire. Let's roll for initiative. All right, who's got 20 and above? 20 and
23.
above. What?
23.
Woo!
Nice.
All right. Cars coming in 23. Who's got 15 to 20?
I got 17.
17. Mardred coming in. Who's got 10 to 15? Uh-oh. All right. Who can beat an 8?
I got a 9.
Woo! Just
Oh,
by the
no.
skin of your holy teeth. And Tug, I take it you're.
I got a whole hand!
Oh, it is nice
Oh,
you can
yeah.
count
All right.
it now.
So, Cars, what would you like to do? Let's for fun, just to make things really wacky. Let's use this. We'll use a proxy for the. So Beanslayer will be the Myrmidon, just because I happen to have him here. So, there he is. And for you guys at home, we can just put this dude right here. Super fragile, one of a kind master sculpt that is painted. All right, what do you want to do? Give it to me.
Where am I?
Or, we're in the mix.
I want to stay there and then short.
Point blank.
Not point blank.
What are you, 10 feet away or something? You're really close.
Oh, he's right
Oh, you're
there.
the last.
Yeah.
You all look like dwarves. I can't tell. It's like
It's
Excuse
almost
me.
like we are.
not a single one of those minis is taller than like 15 millimeters.
I'm the least noticeable one.
You're a pack, dwarven
And
force.
proud.
Dwarven force. All right, you're gonna open fire.
Yes. Way to start. Natural one.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh,
So the
Pink Flabby.
who's
dear.
right in front of you?
Oh, I think that's Mildred.
Mildred, give me a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I did not do well on that. No. That's at 5.
All right, give me some damage there, Card.
Make you a hot lunch.
Well, it's 1 on D6, so just with the hit
So you
die is a
whip
1.
out your
Yeah.
short bow. You're sweating. You don't realize because your feet are protected from the heat a little bit. You don't realize how hot it is. You're so sweaty. You pull out your knock your arrow, and the whole bow slides as you fire, and you fire right into Maldred's back and her shoulder blade for how much
Yeah.
damage?
I don't know the modifier, but I rolled a 1 on a D6.
Plus your plus 4?
For is it dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5.
Woo! 5 points of damage in the back, piercing damage. Oh! Would you like to do any more damage? What else?
Might
you
as
got?
well.
You want to move?
You're welcome.
You want a cunning action? What do you?
Yeah, I'll come in. So he's right by the foot of the drawbridge.
Margaret, you're right back. He's where Beanslayer is. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is
Actually, change my mind. I'll stay there.
all right. Margaret, what are you gonna do?
Oh, hello. So, you know, I hurt, but Moradin would apparently wish this upon me. So I don't know what I did, but I would like to cast Calm Emotions over here on our little hot friends. They have to succeed on a Charisma saving throw.
What's our DC?
DC would be 13.
All right. So we got the little spiky dude in Noxelglib is he made it, but the Myrmidon has failed. Oh, I take it back. He has got advantage on magic. Wow. He shrugs off your spell like it's I don't know. It's like it's a prayer falling upon deaf ears.
Oh, it's like, hey, you know, we're trying to.
You know what it is?
we're doing
Your
our best.
voice.
We're
It's a
doing
little,
our
whoa! Ah! You're shaken by the sound of your own voice trying to
shucks.
say it out.
I'm really upset
You
Moradin.
can't. You don't think Moradin can hear your prayers. What are you gonna do? Would you like to move?
No.
All right, Sandy. What do you have for us?
I think I need to move on up a little bit to reach anybody, but you know Well, I'm going to do a guiding bolt on the big fiery fella. So that'd be a 23.
Woo! That's a hit.
Alright, that's 46 plus 6, so that's a 19.
19 points of radiant. 25
Radiant.
points of radiant. All right.
Whew.
The holy light of Moradin. While the others are faltering here, you are the beacon of light, holy light in there, and you, streaking forth from your hand, you blast, you pelt this thing. It's deflecting off its infernal armor, but you see it's cracking some of the armor underneath, and the thing sort of shakes, but it's going to take a lot of guiding bolts to take this guy down. Would you like to do anything else?
I'll look around and see how everybody's doing. They look very...
Your charmed friend is nose deep in
Hey,
this
buddy.
informational pamphlet.
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
Can you help us out with your pal here? Maybe talk it down? We don't want to hurt anybody, but we will.
Oh, well. For you, let's make a deal.
No more deals.
Well,
Remember we're friends now? And,
I know, but I don't give it anything for free. I'm a devil.
well, I have more informational material. I have a lemon bar.
I want to advance the dwarven race in all areas of life.
And as Margaret said, friendship is the greatest gift of all.
Or truly.
Oh, so you trade me friendship for eternity?
Yes, I would.
If I call off Cranky,
Yes,
you'll be my friend forever.
yes.
Do you have something to say over there?
No, this seems perfectly reasonable.
I mean, as long as you're going to follow the path of Mordred and call off your friend and,
Who's right in front of the line there?
Or
I'm in the-
would be,
I'm in the very front.
All right, the Myrmidon, it's wielding a two-handed weapon in each arm because this thing is just massive. So it swings its flamberg at you, it stabs at you with its bident, it whirls around the backside and tries to stab again with the backside of the bident. And you where are you? All right, so it you don't see the flamberg coming.
Huh?
That one's quite a surprise. And all right, so it brings it down for 7 points of slashing damage. It whirls around with the bident and catches you for 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, God.
And then at that time, you finally got your wits about you, and you pull up your warhammer and catch the bident. The tines, you stop the tines of the bident right in front of your neck. Half of your warhammer. Tug, what do you want to do?
I will feel my familiar, passionate rage fill me, but it's different this time
So what
because
is it-
I'm
what
still
is it-
happy.
What's a non-angry rage?
I'm
What's
still
that feel
happy.
like?
I've never felt this before. Perhaps it's love. It's the closest thing I can imagine. I might be in love with this Myrmidon, but not knowing not much else to do, I take my warhammer in both hands and I swing recklessly, having advantage. So that is a 21 modified.
All right, that's a hit.
And that is, and it's double. Or no. 12.
And this is a magical warhammer, correct?
This is +1, yes. So 13.
All right, you've blocked with a half of your warhammer. You spin it, pulling his blade out of the way, and then whirl around and crack, hit the sort of the helmet, and the helmet spins around because it's just the whole head is fire. So
Right.
it's all in, and it whirls around. AC is like staring down. There's just anger and hatred, and there's something else deep in its eyes.
And I stare back, and I still don't quite know how I feel.
It seems.
We've all been there.
It seems like there is a sadness
And I relate.
in it.
I feel like we're connected somehow.
Strange.
And I shake it off.
Karg, what would you like to do?
Okay. So the bow obviously is not a good idea. So I will run up to it, jump, and do for bonus action. I'll do insightful fighting.
It lets you make a. You can do a check to get
Yeah,
advantage.
check,
What was
and then I can do a sneak attack, even if they see me.
Wow.
Yeah. I think, right? Yeah, even if you don't have the advantage.
Cool.
Okay.
And what are you attacking with? Your
My rapier.
it's magic.
Yeah. Nine plus 13 is 14.
14. It's not gonna be hit.
Great.
The all right. So you race up. So with your insightful, so you race up and you're using your what are you? Your Inquisitor. Is that
Yes.
What so you're trying to suss this thing out, and you using insight, you realize that as you're sliding in and watching this movement, you realize that it's almost like the armor is moving the thing isn't moving the armor. So you notice that it's kind of ragdoll. The armor's pulling it around almost like a puppet rather than it wearing the armor on itself. And it's such a sort of strange and intriguing thing that you for a moment that you're just sort of fascinated, lost in this fascinating discovery, and you totally forget that you're locked in combat with this thing. You forget to launch your attack altogether.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's definitely unnatural or something. Something is afoot. Do you want to yell out anything to anybody before it's Marge's turn?
Yes. Oh, everybody. If you noticed the armor, I think the armor is a creature.
The armor.
Yeah, it's moving the
That
it's
sounds
moving the
like
body.
the devil's
Yes.
work.
And also, the creature's rather handsome.
You can stop.
Do you need some time to pray?
Come on, wake up.
It's what I'm saying.
Marjorie, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to unleash a string of insults laced at this guy, and I'm going to say, "Hey, you stink butt! I bet
That
you
sounds a
couldn't
little
even."
too in pitch for me.
Hey, you little stink butt! I bet you've never even flippity flap.
Whoa, what was that? Huh?
Oh, the darkness is setting in.
What is this? You stinker! I bet you're real bad at fighting.
Aye. Sorry.
Not you.
Oh, it's being supportive, but also
In love.
in love. Enamored.
Wait, this is at the Myrmidon?
Yeah.
All right, what's his what
Wisdom save.
DC? Sandy, what are you, 14 or something?
I got a 13.
Oh, that's a failure.
Oh no.
What are we at now? Disadvantage on his next.
Just like me.
Disadvantage, and he takes 1d4 psychic damage. Oh, apparently I lost my d4. Didn't get a d4 I could borrow.
For sure.
Oh, thanks.
That one had me clutching my pearls.
Oh, that's 4 psychic damage.
Oof. All right, so you
See, I got him. That was my best insult.
all right. So it shudders in place, and you see this weird twitch, and you see that sadness in its eyes. It's still like locked eyes with you, and it's sort of shuddering and shaking. Sandy, what's a nice church lady can do in a situation
At this
this?
point, try some words of radiance.
You still have lots of this reading of.
Yeah, I've been asking Noxelbub to help us out here, and I believe we had a deal about friendship and the power of friendship.
Did you want to
and
seal
magic
that?
friendship.
Do you want to seal that deal for?
Must I touch his tiny little finger?
You must touch his tiny little.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
Poor dear. I can just picture the picnics we're gonna have.
there's a light in his eyes.
I have a bad feeling about this,
Yeah.
but I'm still happy.
Have fun forever. What do you want to do?
Noxelbub, call off your pal.
I would love to, my precious. He grabs his pennant and says, "Cranky, stop! Halt!" The Myrmidon stops and glares down as not so good. Now, are you and I gonna have a
Well, we have to save our friend, and there are a couple other things we have to get up to. And you got to remember that to be a good friend, you have to consider what other people want also.
a magma picnic?
And probably with little sandwiches and cookies
Yes, you
and
and
perhaps some
I,
lemonade
a magma
and all of our other
picnic.
friends. And
Oh no, they can't enter here. I am on guard duty.
I don't
Remember
think you
the big guy?
understand
I won't say
friendship.
his name. A big guy left me here. Here's the thing. He's had a huge, all the Archdukes with him. They're at a huge conference, right? They're doing, it's a soul raiser, right? They're trying to gather all of these souls, right? These filthy dwarven addicts, right? They have a hotline to these dark souls, and they're gathering up, and he's got some Kickscape going on that he's putting together, you see? So he's left me here to guard about his original business.
okay, that's quite a bit of explanation.
So, I can't let anybody else in. This is no matter what. You can't let anybody get the prisoner out of the soul cage.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I believe we had a deal about friendship, and
Yes, forever.
my definition of friendship is something very particular, and it would involve you assisting us in our task here.
And brushing the quills.
Yes, I'll brush your quills. I have a brush right in my pocketbook right here.
Yes.
I rolled to brush his quills.
You're an expert brusher. You are no. You brush your beard every day, right? All right, so you start preening his quills.
First, I put some beard oil in it because it does look dry.
It sort of hisses and so his.
Are we on initiative?
Does anybody else want to do anything while this is happening? Well, the Myrmidon is frozen, and just sort of glaring down angrily. And yes, we're out of initiative.
So
currently.
when I see the brushing start, I'm gonna try to get through the gate.
All right, so give me a deception check.
Deception? I'm not trying to deceive you. I am
You wanna-
genuinely brushing his quills.
So you give me a stealth check. Then.
Oh, good. What I'm best
at.
at.
You're just trying to have a nice, meaningful brushing.
I mean, he asked me to brush his quills, and I believe we are friends, and my friend
You're
here-
lawfully brushing his quills.
I'm lawfully brushing his quills with full honesty and joy.
Wow. But he's not quite sure how to take all that, I'm sure. All right, so give me a stealth.
Okay,
I would also like to do the same.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. All right. You want to go quietly walking across the bridge?
Well,
All right, so
yeah, it's a 1. And the modified, it's 11.
Oh.
But it's a critical 1. Natural 1. Oh my god.
Change
Alright, so
change
he's,
dice.
so he's sitting there kind of like purring, enjoying, and you see like the tips of his quills are the little bits of fire are spurting off the tips of his quills, and he's really doing. And then
Hey, no funny business. Oh, what are you doing? I told you nobody goes in here. Are your friends being mean to me?
No, I told you already. We must rescue our friend.
You don't want to hang or cranky.
I cast Hideous Laughter
on whom?
on Noxel Hug.
What's the
Wisdom saving throw.
what's the DC?
13
again. Boom. He is out.
Everyone
He drops
inside.
on the ground. He's like rolling
Everyone
around.
inside.
You
We
see
scurry
him
him.
kinda,
Let's go.
as he's thrashing around, you feel like he's kind of reaching towards his pendant as he. Oh!
I'm sorry, slide a friend hand.
Yeah, can I-
Grab that.
Let me try to.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Uh, 19.
Woo! All right, you sweep in, and in the
Nice.
flash of an eye, you have the ruby pendant
Oh,
in your
yeah.
hand, and you see the Myrmidon stares at you.
You two come.
You say, "Come."
Oh no.
All right, the amulet pulses warm in your hand. You see the armor sort of turn around, and it glares at you. You see hatred burning in its eyes.
Oh no.
Feel a little jealous.
It starts following after you.
So we go through, and I want to try to like close the doors behind us. These doors on the other side here.
Yeah, so let's jam those shut.
Okay.
Knox a bubble. See you soon, little buddy.
You know, the Myrmidon comes with us.
Yeah. And we
You're letting the Myrmidon through?
Yes.
All right.
and we shut the doors.
You want to bar them behind you?
Yes. Make sure they are
Lock it
secure.
with a
All right.
reverse
We are
lock
gonna
pick.
have to get back out of here.
Yeah, we'll like I always say, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right. So this is gonna bring us up to chapter 3, the Soul Cage Vaults. Taylor. Christian. You pass through the Hellgate and enter into an absolutely massive cavern. The heat and light would be overwhelming to most, but you four dwarves feel almost at home.
Field dwarf.
Almost. Infernal decorations of unholy ilk dot the room all around you. Dark altars are tucked into nooks. Unnaturally jagged stones point sharply to the ceiling above. Across the room, on the other side of a sluggish river of magma, stands an outcropping of black rock. Atop it is a cage of evil design. Inside the cage is a small figure about the size of a dwarf. The figure seems to be weak and struggling to stand. Faintly, he calls out, "Help me!" You immediately recognize his voice. This is your Pontifex general.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I forgot. These are supposed to be on here. We forgot some bits.
Oh my, oh my. Seems like we're in a bit of a fiery pickle here.
Alrighty. So, what would you like to do? So the first thing you notice, who's the dwarf with
The actual dwarf
Oh, that would be
model.
I.
the dwarf with the shield and the cool weapon.
That
whatever
would be
that is.
Sandy.
All right, so you standing this close to the magma, you feel super intense heat radiating up, and
I brought a
the
fan.
Yeah.
the stone on your legs melts away,
Oh.
and you feel like if you don't move immediately, you're gonna start taking damage. It's that magma river is very hot.
I back up.
Closer. Okay.
Oh dear.
All right, what
Well, why'd you back up there?
It's really hot near the edge. I would be careful. We gotta figure out a plan to get across this without, dying.
Well, no, the Howling Devil gave us. Oh, oh dear, it is hot.
Or maybe we should pray on it. Maybe we can reach out to Morden, maybe get some of that, some help.
God.
I might have a gash in my back.
Oh, how is everybody feeling, by the way?
It
Shall we
feels
do
like.
some praying and healing and praying and healing.
Sure, but maybe we can move around this time. It seems the floor is lava.
But you look hurt. You hurt?
I am very injured, yes.
All right. Well, I think that
Love hurts.
before we proceed, I ought to do. How hurt are people?
Boy, I am.
I feel like I could use quite a bit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
I
do
could use
a
some-
prayer of healing on all of y'all, and let's see how much.
Well, you know what goes great with prayers? Cocoa.
Ah,
I'm gonna get some cocoa
a
ready for
nice
everyone.
warm beverage.
You
pull some
doing
cocoa
that,
out of your pack.
Prepare.
Yes, my bag of holding.
You always know what to bring.
Oh, when you
what
have
is
three
your-
youngins at home, you gotta be prepared.
What is your prayer to Moradin?
Morden, in our time of great difficulty, I ask you, I'm your humble servant. I have been your humble servant my entire life. Aid us, and we will rescue the Pontifex General. We will return him to the ministry of Morden, and we shall continue to serve you and spreading your word to all Dwarven people.
Yes, we will.
See, the holy light of Moradin fills and heals you, and you hear the voice of the Dwarf Father in your head, you hear it resonating in your heart. You know there's a sadness. You realize you've enslaved another against their will. You are using the tools of the devil. No good end is achieved by using the tools of evil.
Maybe we should throw that ruby into the lava.
But if we do that, what
And
if
keep
we,
moving. It's a little toasty.
Here, have some cocoa.
Oh, thank you.
Cocoa, just what you need.
Yes.
This cocoa might taste like Breakout.
Now my innards are toasty too.
Morden thinks it's a bad idea. I mean, we ought to do precisely what Morden says.
Yes, do what more of Din says.
I agree.
Let's get
although
means getting
we
rid of
will-
your lover.
All right, here's what we do.
Sacrifices must be made.
Is our little friend still laughing on the other side of that door? All right, we should send the big fiery armor guy back through, bar the door again, and then throw the gem into the lava.
Is that what Moradin said?
Morden says, "Do not use the tools of the devil," and Morden is correct.
Perhaps if we destroy it right here, we don't need to reopen the doors.
Oh, didn't you say the armor was alive?
Yes.
Why don't you tell it to throw its armor into the lava?
Or maybe
And we will avert our eyes.
And tell it what its interests are.
Well, maybe the
Ask
no.
where it came from and such.
But what I'm saying is that maybe the amulet has to do something with the armor. Maybe it needs. They're connected somehow.
Do you want to?
Oh, yeah. Maybe,
you're an investigator.
Yeah, I'll
ghost
investigate.
hunting.
Yeah. Just walk up there and investigate him and the armor. So
Don't you get advantage on these? There's some.
I think so.
I think it's some weird thing that gives you
I would like to
investigative
do an
advantage
Arcana check.
when trying to.
I forget. No, that's
Did
not
the
it.
healing fail?
Okay. No, the healing was a great
Oh,
success.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
What am I
that
healed?
was,
Yeah.
let's see,
Yeah.
that was 8 plus 6, what, that 14? I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
can't-
Yeah.
so nice.
So you
Wow.
so you get close and you study the make of the armor, you study the amulet, He says thing, and you realize that
Fire make a roll.
it seems like this armor is shackling this creature to this place, and the amulet is controlling it through the armor. So it's enslaved by this. The armor is made. It looks like it's made of fell steel by devils, and it's got infernal markings on it. It looks like they've enslaved this incredibly powerful fire elemental against its will, and bent it to their own.
So should we release?
Do you tell us that?
Yeah, tell us what you learned.
So yeah, it looks like the armor is important, enslaving this elemental beast, phenomenon, making it do its bidding.
Well, I knew something hinky was going on. You don't raise 3 teenagers without being able to perceive a little something.
He's a complicated being.
You understand him so well.
So what do you? Morden says that we ought to help this little feller here. I mean, he doesn't want to be down here, and I don't want him to be down here. Let's
Let him be free!
Do we have any, do you know how to get rid of magic?
Well, I think that what we ought to do is our friend here, Card, is going to tell him to take off. My apologies, Carge. He's going to tell him to take his armor off, throw it into the lava, while we avert our eyes, of course.
And then I will also drop the amulet into.
Right.
Okay.
But first, tell him that we want to be his friend and that we mean him no harm, and we are so sorry that this is happening.
So sorry.
Hope you can understand that. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold the amulet and tell him to take off his armor.
Start trying to pull it. It doesn't seem to budge. It's pulling as hard as it can, and it can't.
What's I'm gonna try to like go up to it and use these tools to try to break it apart, or is
All right, give me
I'm gonna try this.
Give me a. You've got your proficient in thieves tools, right?
Yeah.
So give me a thieves tools check and an arcana check.
Okay. These tools is 7 plus.
Can we help him do this in any way?
You want to aid him? You certainly can aid.
It might be best aiding him.
Why don't you give me the arcana check? You can banish the dark magic.
I don't think it should be me. But,
Well, you know, I'm not afraid of too much. I'll get dirty with it, and I'll do an arcana check.
Yeah. Or you can do religion if you prefer.
Oh, I would prefer.
Do a holy rite. Maybe you can aid her with the arcana. And what was your
10.
your tool? 10?
Yeah.
Alright.
Cursed die.
okay, well, if he aids him with thieves' tools while I aid her with the...
Do you want to
I don't think he's gonna be- I don't think he's gonna be much help.
And, so
Yeah.
he'll give you advantage.
Okay.
He's gonna give you advantage. He's gonna work. He's gonna apply some brute force and love.
Will this
loving
fish help?
force. Loving
Yes.
force.
Rub it on
well,
my
you're,
You know, Moradin wants us to work together.
All right,
and
so
you
you're
give her
doing that
advantage.
religion check, and I'm helping you.
Didn't
Cursed die.
Yeah, oh, yeah, get that one out of here.
Sure,
Yep,
I'm
get that one out of
reminding
here.
you of Moradin's word.
Okay. All right. It's an 18 religion.
Ooh. All right. So you recite some holy verses and try and spin some counter magic, and you realize whatever's made this armor is very powerful. Like this is crafted by something way beyond your level. But you sense the darkness as you're chanting your holy rites and the like. You sense pure, utter evil coming from the amulet that he holds. That seems to be the source of all of
Okay,
this
so maybe
fell magic.
Destroy the source.
So, that amulet right there, that's some pure evil right there in your hand. So I think we should destroy it because because Moradin said it's a no good amulet.
Is it hurting him?
Yes.
we need to get rid of this, but
Let's see.
I don't think the lava will do it.
If putting it hot and hot doesn't seem like a good idea.
I'll bash it.
That sounds like a good idea.
So I put it on the ground, and I want to give a two-handed overhead swing onto the very passionate
Do you want to
swing. Try to attempt to destroy the amulet.
Do you want to give him a prayer that empower him with the a holy strike of Moradin? Is there?
May Moradin, we are trying to do your work here. If you would just guide my friend's hammer to strike true.
All right. Can I use strength then?
You don't need to make a check. If you miss an inanimate object,
Okay.
you don't deserve to be a barbarian.
Sure.
Alright, so you bring down your hammer, the holy light of Moradin glows on the head, and smash it down. The amulet smashes into 1,000 pieces. The armor collapses off the Myrmidon. The flame bursts out almost twice as large. It's like gulping like 40 feet high. It looms down. And it disappears in a puff of smoke.
Farewell! Farewell.
You all gain inspiration for creating this enslaved creature.
Oh, no.
Right now that that's taken care of,
Yes.
what were we doing when
Oh, we were
fell
trying to
into-
get the Pontifex.
Oh yes, the Pontifex General.
So he's over there in that cage.
Over yonder.
Does anyone have
hard to
any
miss.
thoughts for how we're gonna get across this lava here? Any-
Well, perhaps we can leap upon this stone in the middle.
Do I see anything around
Around where?
besides on our side of the?
Give me an investigation. You get your crazy advantage.
It is investigation is 12 because I need to do that.
That was with your advantage.
Yeah. Oh no, not with advantage. So that's 17.
All right. Well, there is you notice a dark, unholy altar right behind you in the corner. Pop Beanslayer out of there too. while we were on.
Bye.
So right behind where Beanslayer was, there is some sort of
Oh, looky there.
unholy plinth
Almost missed it.
with it looks like a talisman that's some sort of evil symbol.
Another talisman.
I would like to investigate it.
All right. You march your little minion over there.
Be safe.
Uh, 11.
Alright, well, it looks evil as all heck, and you do notice that it is, there's splotches of dried reddish-brown liquid on there that clearly look like droppings of blood, like offerings.
Thing's evil.
Do you know that for sure? What
Looks evil.
what makes you think it's evil?
It looks like it's a altar for sacrifices.
Oh no. More than banned sacrifices long ago.
Is there
This
anything
is
written on it?
There's also, Sandy, you can't help but stare at, there's that monolithic tri-spire there. There are unholy runes of infernal origin just carved into that thing that are just radiating. They're desecrating your eyesight.
Are they written in Infernal?
Oh yes.
I read Infernal.
Of course you do.
What does it say?
It looks like they are. There's some sort of runes of power, and it looks like abjuration. Oh, maybe. These tools for the win.
Nice.
Looks like abjuration, and it looks like it has something to do with. It's saying something about draw the pure ones into the fire. Let their souls be cleansed.
Ooh.
Pure ones cleansed?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to you.
I am completely confused.
Oh, is he saying he needs a bath?
So the big old thing there in the middle of the lava with the 3 pointies?
With the pictures on it?
Yeah. It says, bring the pure ones and cleanse them in fire.
Well, that doesn't sound very nice or happy.
Oh dear.
Fire isn't necessarily bad. Like, you must remember our Lord Moradin has a heart of ember.
Right, I just feel quite a lot of it beneath me right now.
What would you like to do?
So there's nothing.
So don't go in the fire.
Well, I'm going to. I see our friend across here, and I'm going to hop this way and attempt to
Goodness.
leap across.
So
I venture toward the
When you,
middle stone. Yeah.
so two things happen.
Yes.
One, as you get close to the edge of the magma river there, the heat starts to get overwhelming, and you feel the stone melting off your legs.
Right.
Two, the tri-spire in the middle there flares with some sort of malevolent red light, flares out.
Okay.
Give me a Constitution save. You're trying to hit a DC of 12.
Yeah.
That is 11.
All right, so there's this rippling force, and you feel your body drawn towards the tri-spire. In fact, the force is so strong that these rocks turn out to be floating rocks, start to get drawn towards it, and you tumble forward right to the edge. Here, give me a dexterity save.
Is it too late to grant bardic inspiration?
No, you can shout out off pitch.
Oh, Tug! You've always been so strong, and I believe in you. You can save yourself.
Thank you. I'm not so sure at this moment currently. Does it give advantage on inspiration?
You can add a D8, right?
Yeah,
D8.
So make your roll first. If you want, you can add your the
So
extra
strong.
D8.
That's I'm gonna do that.
You get it for 10 minutes.
Ooh, that is 12.
Even with that off pitch.
But all right, so you catch yourself there, and you're on sort of tiptoes, just on the edge of the magma. You feel the heat radiating up, such that you take 5 points of fire damage from the heat in this proximity, and you still feel yourself being pulled forward. Is anybody else going to do anything?
I want to try to shoot her with a bow.
Shoot
him?
with the bow?
No, the tri-spire.
Okay. And are you aiming somewhere specific, or if you're just trying to hit the rock, you can hit it. It's a pretty massive rock.
One of the rooms.
Okay. Give me a two hit too.
Over a little bit first.
Okay.
Wait.
And then.
And we'll think about what you guys are gonna do.
So 9.
You hit the rock, but you just miss shy of the runes. It's relatively narrow carvings. You should be familiar with these carvings. What do you guys want to do anything?
This is so I want to cast Hold Person, but like it paralyzes them. Does that mean he would fall
Well,
in?
he's sort of teetering forward like this, and the thing seems like he's being drawn forward, almost like it's a.
So like he's not controlling. This isn't like a clumsy thing.
Yeah, no, he's not like walking
thing.
forward towards it. Like it's pulling him like a force.
okay.
The rock
Like
seems to like me.
it's drawing the goodness into the fire.
So Holding Person will not work on that.
Yeah.
Can we attempt to lasso him?
Absolutely.
I'm going to attempt to lasso. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Woo! Nice.
All right, so
Praise Mortar.
so conveniently your rope is already tied in the lasso,
I
right?
leave it like a tie.
Of course, you gotta lasso up those people trying to leave church, right? So you, as if you was someone trying to leave church early, you whirl it over your head, cast your lasso, goes right over as you're sort of coming forward. You feel this rope tighten right around your arms, and it catches you. It's holding you there as you're wavering on the edge, and a firm dwarven tug back
he got
away from the edge. Um,
And I grab your face and I kiss you on both cheeks and I say, "Me lady, I've never been more grateful to be tied up like a harvest feast
Y'all
hog."
are not married.
Moradin's guidance.
Huh?
Y'all are not married.
This is indecent. You thank Moradin's guidance.
Yes, Moravdin. Yes, thank you, Moravdin.
More of this.
all right, what do you guys want to do?
Okay.
Is he still being drawn, or is the me pulling
When
him back?
he
facing him?
how far back do you go?
Back to, I pull him all the way back.
Okay.
All right, so you
Like
feel
a-
like
like a dog on a
you're out of
monkey.
the forest and feel stops, and the floating rocks stop.
Oh. Oh, you know.
Don't get too close.
You know, if you get on a rock and it starts guiding this way, maybe you can take the rock until it gets close enough to the other side.
Ah. You guys try it first.
I would like. Okay.
I'm not very good with the jumping.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Which one?
This one.
All right.
All right, let's tie a lasso on you before you attempt this in case it doesn't work out.
Yes.
Let's
Probably
do
a good
that.
idea, considering
Alright.
my luck. Okay, so I'll try to run and jump on this.
All right. It's close enough. It's an easy for a
just-
master rogue to leave. So interestingly enough, when you go by, you don't feel drawn towards the tri-spire.
Interesting.
Is it
Come here.
working?
Yes, I don't feel any force.
Oh,
Is the rock moving?
maybe he doesn't like him as much.
Used to that.
Can you get across?
I think I can jump across this.
It's a 10-foot jump from there. What's your strength?
Strength? 9.
So if you're gonna
It's
make
not-
the jump, you're gonna have to give me an athletics or acrobatics check. You can jump 9 feet safely without a roll
I
with
can
9 strength.
I'll do an acrobatics check.
All right.
We're gonna do a little flip.
Yes. 26.
That's a double axle. That's not just a
Yeah.
flip. All right.
What's grace?
So you. Whoa.
Oh,
The light.
and every.
What happened?
Such grace. You took
What
out
did
the
I do?
light.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So throw your mini over there. And he does a beautiful. He flies through the air
It's right
like
over
a Morden, a
Right.
rainbow in Morden's heart, and lands on the other side with a beautiful 3-point landing. Rope still trailing behind. You are so you're so close when you're past through the lava there. All of your stone melts off your legs. You feel like your
So it's
protection
like
is gone.
raining like
A dripping, a beautiful arc of stone dripping behind you. What do the rest of you guys want to do? So you've still got the other end of the rope. He's over there.
Good luck.
Can you see closer into the cage?
yes, I will investigate this.
You want to go up to the cage?
Uh-oh.
So how long is your
I
rope?
mean, like,
50
can you see
feet?
from where you are?
Oh, can I see from there
My
or
rope is a standard
Yeah, you
rope.
see
How long?
50 feet?
50 foot of hempen rope.
Oh, we're definitely
So-
at 50 feet.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, each yeah, you're at the end of your rope, so to speak.
Unhitch yourself and throw the rope back.
or I can hold it. We can type rope. That's a terrible idea.
Type.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd
Well, you're not quite tall
do
enough.
well.
Well, if I hold on to this, if someone tries to come across, I could. If anything goes wrong, I can just pull them.
I'm not getting too close to the magma. I'll feel that rock tugging on tug again.
God, we can't just do this alone here.
What did the
Come on,
rock
come
say
on.
again? Pure, the cleanse, the clean.
fluid will be drawn into the fire and cleansed. Something like
What
that.
about this altar back here?
Maybe we should clean it.
Oh, right. If the rock
Clean
is
it up.
telling me not good.
Well, you know, I can't let anyone go alone. That's not.
I do have another fish I can place on the altar.
I would,
Is it fresh?
I want to try to go follow him.
Yeah, pretty fresh.
Does it bleed?
Can't let my
Alright,
friends
so
go.
can you
Could be
tie a
some
rope
left.
around her
How
so
about I put on.
So we got the rope back
This
from.
rope on, and
You
then
still have the rope tight. Did you untie
when
the
I
rope?
jump.
Should I untie it?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm still.
We have
So I'm
we have
gonna-
another rope.
I'm tying it to me,
Ah.
and so I'm
Oh.
gonna come over and join you because I don't want anyone to be traveling alone now.
Oh, I see.
And if I start to fall, pull. We're
So-
probably the same size.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay.
So you're on either end. You're on the other end of his rope.
Yes.
Okay, tied to you. So each of you are tied to each end of the 50-foot rope.
That's what friendship's all about. So I'm gonna go over here. I
Alright.
can jump onto this. That
All right.
was.
So when you get about there,
D.
give me a DC 12 con save.
I passed.
All right. You feel an enormous pull from the tri-spire. It's yanking, and it's drawing. The rock starts to drift towards it. It starts to drift. And you can feel it pulling you.
Can I?
You know, you're resisting the pull, but it's pulling you. It's not pulling you.
No, but can I walk over here so if I
Sure.
There. That's so far.
so
All
if I
right,
can
you're
pull?
how close to the fire?
pulling
How
away
close to
from-
the bank are you? 5 feet.
Me. Oh
All right.
yeah.
So the heat is getting very intense for both of you. All right. What are you gonna do?
Okay. So what's the distance between this and this?
10 feet.
That's 10 feet. Oh jeez.
All right. You each take
Okay.
4 points of fire damage.
Oof.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna jump on this one, but I wanna go and try and get over on that one. So I'm gonna.
Before you
Snickerdoodle.
do that, I could do the coming of age ceremony and give you 1d4 to that skill check.
Oh, that'd be so kind of you.
Because you're now entering, I believe they call it menopause, and sorry to push you off blast, as it were, but I would like to grant you the 1d4 to your skill check there.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Coming of age.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm only one. You know what? We'll talk about this later. And I'm gonna get up on
Mix
this
number.
rock.
All right.
Then-
Easy jump for you.
Just
Pulling on tight to the
gonna
rope.
dive on over
All
there.
right. Give me another. Give me a con save and then either athletics or acrobatics check.
All right. Con was 16.
Okay.
Remember, you got that 1d4?
Yeah.
How are we looking on that one?
Not good. Not good at all. I don't think that's gonna help. Nope, that's a 4.
All right. So you leap forward as far as your stumpy little dwarf legs can toss you.
Oh,
and
I'm a woman of age.
you
so.
get it's not very your frail little legs go, and you get in midair and you feel the force starts pulling you back, and
I
you
wanna pull
realize
it.
you're
I
not going to
wanna
make
pull
the
the
jump.
rope.
You're going to yank it.
Yeah.
All right. You're directly opposite her. What was your strength?
9.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 150.
Oh, slight little lass for a dwarf. All right, you can you yank her right to the edge. You land in a heap right on the edge of the magma, Mardred, and you take 3 more points of fire
Yeah,
damage.
that sounds right.
What are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna get up and get further from this, river of heck. I'll go right there.
Hellscape.
Hellscape.
Welcome.
Tug. Sandy, do you want to do anything?
There's got to be something with this doohickey in the corner.
See if we can investigate this altar.
Yes, I was thinking the same.
I have some soap,
And I got a scrubber.
and I have water, and maybe if we bless the water, and then clean the altar.
And then we eat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if I have the spell slots to be.
So
blessed
you
on this
you
altar.
read you speak Infernal.
I do.
So
I'm going over to the altar.
Don't ask why.
Oh, you have to know thine
The
enemy.
language of the enemy.
Yeah. Speak with a forked tongue, they do. So you see, so you start scrubbing away the blood, or rather, Tub scrubs away the blood with your soap, and you see written in
Tub
Infernal.
runs.
It says, offer your sacrifice in blood, and you shall go closer to the soul.
Didn't you have a fish?
I do, and I slap it on there with a big flop.
And cut it.
So
its head off.
you feel. You want to cut the head off?
Yeah.
The blood will come out.
All right.
Right, if there's any left.
So the blood drips out of the fish into the, and as soon as it hits the altar, the fish disappears. And just behind you hear there's a magical disturbance behind you. You whirl around with your roguelike instincts and see there's a little flash of light and disturbance. Oh, is it all across the room over there?
Oh, there's
There's an
another.
altar over there.
Huh.
Do you tell us?
I mean, can I? You guys were still here.
I'm right next to you.
Yeah. I thought you meant them, but yeah. Oh look,
You could
there's.
shout. Give a holler.
I point to you, look, point at it, look at you, and shout across. Look, there's another altar.
Boy,
I
we
say
got
we're
some.
probably closer. We should probably head on over there.
Give it a good scrub.
What do you guys do over there? Get that altar to work.
We cleaned it up and then Tug gave it a
It
fish.
gobbled up a fish.
Ah,
Best
you
to
only
savor it
fish?
slowly, but
No, do I still have? I gave my lunch away. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go.
there's some more pictures on it after we scrubbed. What was that about?
Gonna head on over.
Flames and devils and
Gonna head on
The
a little
like.
way over here.
Careful.
if you get within 5 feet of the magma, you can take some more damage.
Oh man,
river.
we're gonna get.
Those edges are okay. It's the river that's the hottest.
We're gonna pass it right here, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah.
4 points of fire damage.
Too
Both
hot.
of you coming threading the needle there.
I want to jump across there.
Okay. How far? Give me an acrobatics.
11.
All right, you just make it to the other side. So, Margaret, you find a decapitated fish sitting on the altar.
Oh.
Oh, I think I found your fish.
Oh, well, it is enjoying it then.
Oh, interesting. So maybe this is some type of portal.
I stand up on the altar. Take me as well.
Oh dear.
You feel it like tugging at your very essence.
Oh.
Do you want to give in to the pull?
I'm gonna try to go ahead and get off.
All right, you hop off the altar.
Don't try that. Only for fish. Fish only.
It was just the fish head?
No,
or is it the whole fish?
The whole fish. They sliced it in half on the other side there.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps if you prick your finger and bleed on it, and then it'll just pop you right over.
I'm a bit squeamish.
I have my knitting needles here. I just prick
All
the
right,
finger.
Of course, you got knitting needles.
Just do it. I won't look.
I prick his finger. And he's on the altar.
All right,
I
a
prick it.
single drop of blood hits the altar. You feel it tugging at your soul. Do you give in?
I feel a similar.
Think about Moradin.
Trust in Morgan.
He will
He will
You're
guide
right.
you,
Guide
and
your
hold
soul.
you, and save you.
I trust you more of Din, and I give in.
All right, so it drains one hit die.
Okay.
Like you don't lose. You just if you wanted to take a long short
Sure.
rest, you couldn't use it. So
Yep.
it drains you of a hit die, and you disappear in a flash of holy light and find yourself on the other side. of the river. Although if you lose all of your hit die, well, we'll have to see what happens.
Oh dear.
I made it.
So don't get crazy with that teleporting. Hey, he's over here.
Come
now.
over here. The magma's fine.
I do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Trust in
It
Morgan.
drains you of one hit die.
Can't quite reach. Thank you.
Okay, so we figured out these altar portals. Now we got a big old cage.
Does this altar say anything different than the other one did?
Nope. Same thing. Carved by the same masters.
These devils sure are fine craftsmen.
Unbelievable. You've never seen craftsmanship like this. You're really, you're in awe. I mean, the details. Even the painting, it's really it's just next level.
Everything was definitely made by hand. No magic involved.
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Head on over yonder to that,
Well, it's
soul cage.
yes.
All right, you
Our
wander
friend
yonder.
is
There's
there.
one narrow spot there. What are you guys going to do at the narrow patch where you have to get close to the lava?
Oh man. So
I do my jump like
he
before.
hopped over
Alright.
here and like.
So
he
if you
didn't
want to
have
give me
take that
an
damage.
acrobatics or an athletics, you can.
When he hopped, he didn't
22?
have to take damage.
Like what?
When he hopped, he didn't
if
have
you
to
make
take
it,
damage. I would like to. I would like to try that.
Yeah. All right, everybody going for it?
I think I'm just gonna try to like quickly go through the narrow part.
Run as fast as you
Just
can.
kind of like yeah.
Race, give me a con
All
save.
right.
Got mortified 20.
That is a 15.
Continue on.
All right, you make it.
Got a 19.
Nice.
Modified 20.
And who's running? Oh, Tug. Well, I'll give you that con save against it. When
Okay.
you get close to the edge,
Yeah, right.
there, you feel the pull
Okay.
of the tri-spires pulling you, but
Right.
you
From here?
resisted it.
Right.
For
Okay.
now. But it does pull these magma rods.
Does it also pull me?
Yes. Give me a con save.
If we're here, it pulls us.
Yeah.
If we jump, no.
If you jump, no.
13.
Oh, you jumped though, yes.
I jumped.
Okay, so you're okay.
Yeah. I just
so
gave
you,
it a
you
little
ran through it.
sprinted through like
Draw-
the narrow part.
pulling,
Yeah. Yeah.
Pulling the good into the
Just
fire.
like a battle
All right,
royale.
so you run up to the over to the soul cage.
Yeah.
All right, inside there is an aged dwarf. His white vestments torn. His beautiful shining silver chainmail is tarnished, and he sits there. It's weak, and you see the bars, the jagged bars of this cage. There's infernal runes on them, and they each are sort of glowing in very slow pulses. And each time it pulses, his body kind of twinges a little, and you feel like you can see his very soul being slowly drained out of him into the cage. This is an unholy contraption.
You must get him out of there immediately. Pontifex General?
Pontifex, is that you?
Pontifex General?
Amy?
Alright, well, does anyone know anything about it? Any sort of thing like this? Like, if there are runes on it we can read, or...
Do you want to?
Now will I
Investigation?
investigate for
You give me an investigation with advantage.
natural 20?
Woo!
I don't
All
know
right.
to roll
Stamp.
another one.
You size this thing up. You recognize this sort of unholy handiwork. This is a diabolical lock designed by devils. There are two infernal bidents on either side of this hole. Oh, infernal bident! Wait, we got ourselves a new reveal piece. Let's go. Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Take a look at our infernal bite and pole accessory. While two prongs don't make a right, this one is right what you need to accessorize your pedestal of pain or other infernal implements of torture.
All right.
Sign me up.
Who doesn't want an infernal bident? So it looks like it's a two-part lock, where each of the bidents is sealing the cage closed. So it seems like if both locks have to be manipulated simultaneously, you think you might be able to pick it, but someone would have to pick the other one concurrently. And it's trapped.
Oh.
There's some sort of magical, it looks like there's an enchantment on it that will trigger if someone meddles with
I
it.
want to make those traps.
Diabolical lock indeed. What would you like to do?
Who would like to try to take the other one?
You're sort of the only person that's good at that.
Well, I'm part of the Artisans Guild. Would I have any type of advantage on using some type of contraption?
Do you have any tools with you?
Probably. Oh, okay.
Did you not get that proficiency in thieves' tools after all?
You didn't tell me to.
You should have remembered.
We can
I have brewer's supplies.
brewer supplies, just what you need.
Yeah.
You could. What are you gonna try? And
I
do
have
with
those
your,
too. We can have a
I have
good
some
old time.
Smith's tools if I give
Has
her
he
my
got
Smith's
anything
tools. If I give her my Smith's
I have a
tools,
fish.
might she be able
Yeah.
to-
So you're part of the. You're a guild
Here, that was-
artisan.
That was
Yes.
very
All right. This is. I mean, let's be honest. All of this is artisanal terrain, right? So you're right at home here with her handy tools and your knowledge of hand sculpted locks. You think that you just might be able to pull it off. And for you, this is what you're born to do. All right, you guys ready? So we're gonna do some. We can make concurrent checks. You can give me a check with your artisan tools.
How does that work?
What do you what do we have here? You can why don't you give
Performance?
me? Can you make it into performance? Let's hear it.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
I'll
so
pitch too. Remember.
well, it's not going to be so much a song as much as well a discussion. So, as you all know, at the PDA, that is the Parental Dwarves Association, I like to give these little speeches about how we can better help the community and like different crafts we can do with our children. And so I've definitely given like a tutorial or two. So while I'm doing this, I'm like, so when you do this, you also do this. And I'm like putting it on for everyone, making it real big and obvious.
And channeling more into.
Oh,
shadow
always.
drop.
Always.
All right. Give me a holy performance.
Holy performance.
Artisan tools check to pick this lock. Not at all. And card. Give me a thieves tools check.
I don't think I used my inspiration. How does that apply? Is that like a reroll?
You can take advantage if you like.
I would like to take advantage. Okay.
Cards. What you
What
gonna
skill
do?
goes on the Thieves Tool? Is it just proficiency?
You can specialize in it. You can take your expertise in it if you.
So that's just It's a whole tool proficiency.
So you had your
Yeah, so
proficiency
just,
bonus to a
plus
roll.
3.
All right. Give me your.
I got a 13.
12.
12. All right. So you guys fiddle around the light of Moridian and you. There's this like rippling blast. Give me some wisdom saves.
Everyone?
Just these two. I'm assuming you guys were a safe distance away.
I got a natural one.
All right. All right. So you're filled with an unholy darkness and love of fiends. You are, for the next hour, you are charmed to all infernals that you see.
I know the feeling.
Alright, charge to infernals.
They're hot.
What do you guys want to try and do?
Wishing I had prepared slightly different spells this moment.
So let's see. Is the whole cage metal, or is some of it like
It's
stone?
magically enhanced metal, but the base is stone.
Okay. Is there any way I can use my stone cunning to see if maybe I'm familiar with it somehow and know just the place to whack it to cause a break or a crack?
Sure, you want to investigate it?
Investigate it.
Well, it looks like this pedestal of pain, as it were, seems incredibly. It's well carved and strong, powerful. However, the two little areas where the infernal bidents are, those
right.
are off to the side. You notice there's little fissures and faults. You might be able to crack one of those things off.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and give it a two-handed swing then, just at the base that the bident is attached to.
All right, give me a strength check. Okay.
We got a 20, modified 20.
Woo! All right. Calling upon Mordin, Tug lifts his warhammer up high. bring it down upon the side of the stone.
I bring the hammer down?
You're bringing the hammer down!
Yes!
It hits, it reverberates. Nothing happens.
Oh! I gave it all my enthusiasm.
As you slump and sigh, you put your hand on it, and the side of it just slides off and comes crashing to the ground.
Yes!
Magic energies are kind of crackling in the cage. You see the Pontifex general. It's kind of hitting. It's sort of erratically jittering and jolting. What do you guys want to
Oh,
do?
my daughter dances like that.
So, would you say that the nastiness on her right now, would you perhaps call that a magical darkness?
Oh yes.
I would like to channel my divinity right on through her and push that right out.
Dispelled magical darkness
Yeah, I would,
is
I would
the
like to just
light
clean that
domain.
right
Yeah.
out of her with the light of Moradin.
All right. You call forth the Moradin, and you cleanse the tarnish upon her soul.
Yeah.
Her eyes clear, and you notice as you're staring into her eyes, there was just blackness in her eyes. It fades away, and she looks upon you with the holy love of Moradin.
Moradin loves you, my child.
Oh, and I am.
Anybody else want to do
Bless
anything?
you.
You see the Pontifex chin.
Oh, dear.
With one of them down, is unlocking any different?
Yeah, you think it might be, now that's kind of acting erratically, you might be able to get in there and take advantage.
With advantage?
Not with advantage, you can take advantage of it.
So, 16.
Alright. You, so this is erratically, you wait until the pulses are down, and vents are down, get in there with your tools. There's a satisfying click. The bident rotates, spins, and descends down into the stone.
Wow, it's really amazing how those are removable.
And the cage vanishes, and the dwarf, the Pontifex, says,
My Moradin, your cage can't hold me, Asmodeus. Oh, I'm free. You freed me. Oh, yes. Do you know why this cage can't hold me?
Oh,
Do you
no.
know why?
Oh, no.
he tears off his helmet, his face ripples Realian.
Behold, because it is I, Zoltar, the Prince of Phantasm, the Keeper of the Catacombs. I have outsmarted Asmodeus himself, because I am the greatest illusionist in all the land. I've sent my visions, I've sent my illusions to ensorcel all of you to come free me, and now we'll escape from the clutches of Asmodeus.
Suddenly there's the ground rumbles.
Oh, no.
Who says my name?
And we're gonna go to a quick break and be right back.
Woo.
I would say that the artists at Dwarven Forge are maybe the best sort of obsessive.
The devil's in the details!
So this hellscape started originally as part of Cavern Steep. When we were exploring the underground, we were like, what are the things that are down there? And of course, lava, magma, and even an underworld was clearly part of that.
It's taking the caves and upping the danger to 10. Lava is something that appears in many different textures, and a lot it depends on the speed it's moving and how fast it's cooling and exactly what kind of rock is melted and so on and so forth. Just the way lava flows over itself as it's starting to harden, it's a little different than anything else. It can move very fast and then very slowly, and it can change very dramatically very quickly. You get a lot of different kinds of texture. And I think particularly having that combined with lighting, which we'll be adding to it, should be quite spectacular, really.
When we did the painted versions of the Kickstarter 2 caverns with the lava, it worked for what it was, but it really didn't give you that sense of heat, that sense of just raw power of earth. That's what we're bringing with the new lava sculpts.
Any sort of still sculpture, to have it look like it's moving is always a challenge. The way that I think about it is that you're sculpting those in-between moments before things have settled one way or the other. One of the guiding principles that we tried to follow was to make everything sharp, like literally sharp, that like if I touch it while sculpting in the wrong place, that I actually stab my fingers. The Lemur pit, I put a lot of just like tortured hands and faces. You can see this one almost as though the radius and the ulna have switched places and twist around, because we really want to capture that beautiful and tortured feeling.
Once the sculpt is finished, the next step is to mold them. Once I mold it up, it's time for me to cast the piece. I feel like a mad scientist. In Hellscape, we decided to go with a translucent yellow Dwarvenite that had a lot of steps in figuring out what the optimal color for it was. Here's some of the various casting colors that I had to go through to land on the final thing. Like, it also was working with Erin when she was painting up pieces, and at some point she wanted me to try like brand new colors. We ended up going back to what we had originally, like with a new paint. Every failure is a step towards success.
Yeah, I think this paint scheme is actually the longest time that I've had to work on a paint scheme, and I definitely tried a lot of different things.
I would say that the artists at Dwarven Forge are maybe the best sort of obsessive.
The devil's in the details!
So this hellscape started originally as part of Caverns Deep. When we were exploring the underground, we were like, what are the things that are down there? And of course, lava, magma, and even an underworld was clearly part of that.
It's taking the caves and upping the danger to 10. Lava is something that appears in many different textures, and a lot it depends on the speed it's moving and how fast it's cooling and exactly what kind of rock is melted and so on and so forth. Just the way lava flows over itself as it's starting to harden, it's a little different than anything else. It can move very fast and then very slowly, and it can change very dramatically very quickly. You get a lot of different kinds of texture, and I think particularly having that combined with lighting, which we'll be adding to it, should be quite spectacular, really.
When we did the painted versions of the Kickstarter 2 caverns with the lava, it worked for what it was, but it really didn't give you that sense of heat, that sense of just raw power of earth. That's what we're bringing with the new lava sculpts.
Any sort of still sculpture, to have it look like it's moving is always a challenge. The way that I think about it is that you're sculpting those in-between moments before things have settled one way or the other. One of the guiding principles that we tried to follow was to make everything sharp, like literally sharp, that like if I touch it while sculpting in the wrong place, that I actually stab my fingers. The Lemur pit, I put a lot of just like tortured hands and faces. You can see this one almost as though the radius and the ulna have switched places and twist around, because we really want to capture that beautiful and tortured feeling.
Once the sculpt is finished, the next step is to mold them. Once I mold it up, it's time for me to cast the piece. I feel like a mad scientist. In Hellscape, we decided to go with a translucent yellow Dwarvenite that had a lot of steps in figuring out what the optimal color for it was. Here's some of the various casting colors that I had to go through to land on the final thing. Like, it also was working with Erin when she was painting up pieces, and at some point she wanted me to try like brand new colors. We ended up going back to what we had originally, like with a new paint. Every failure is a step towards success.
Yeah, I think this paint scheme is actually the longest time that I've had to work on a paint scheme, and I definitely tried a lot of different things. I'd say like 3 to 4 like different versions, but there were a lot of iterations.
The color palette for Hell was interesting to develop because I was initially experimenting with a really dark palette, but then a lot of the main environmental pieces have a lot of dark areas, so I wanted to pull some brighter colors that still give a hellish vibe. So it's kind of like a disturbing green bonish color with a metallic red alongside a kind of black backdrop. It's scary and almost disturbing, but you can't look away. It has you captured by the throat.
When I saw the illumination for the first time, I was shocked. It just looked so cool. Yeah, another like element that I could run with that I knew was going to be special.
One of the key features of the whole thing is light. Lava glows everywhere. So originally we tried embedded LEDs. That was going to be too expensive. It was too concentrated. We wanted it to be diffused. So after an enormous amount of experimentation, we got to these DF light panels, which would allow us to light a whole build, and we could just spread the light through cracks and flowing magma and the like. And that was really kind of the secret weapon of this thing.
We want the terrain to be immersive. So while you're playing on this, we want you to look at it, think through the eyes of your character, your little miniature walking through this terrifying world, and knowing that everything around them could kill them. You better get in, do what you need to do, and get out as quickly as possible.
We're living a dream, being able to create this stuff, having so many people show up and just give a big thumbs up and say, here's some money, we believe you can make this thing, you're making our game so much better, keep doing it. It's just the best. We're really lucky to have such unbelievable support and just the greatest backers ever. We thank you guys. The ground shakes and rumbles around you. The lava rock shatters as a massive volcano bursts out of the ground. It belches out lava and smoke. Another patch in the ground starts to rise. It ruptures, and a weird fleshy ooze bubbles up. In horror, you see a multitude of arms and hands reach out of the muck and claw at the air around you. The smoke above the volcano, a face forms, a devilish face with two horns and a smile of pure tyranny. Let's go look at this little mirror pit. It's a reveal.
This is the Lemire Pit, an unholy mound of lost souls trying to claw its way up to a high level of hell. And you've got to hand it to this thing. He's got a lot of guts for someone who lives in the pits.
Who dares speak the name Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells, ruler of Nessus? Who dares breach my soul cage vault and try and steal my prized specimen, you foolish prince of phantasm? Who dare? Know this! If I were not otherwise engaged in my Kickscape soul drive for the next 72 hours, I would smite you all personally and do a lifetime of torment and pain and misery! Oh, yes! However, I'm otherwise tied up with very important things to do. So, know this. I am sending my faithful, my terrible warhound, a ferocious tracker, who can cross all planes and will hunt you until your soul is consumed. You will pay
pay for crossing me! Whoa! Oh dear.
Oh, I'm real nervous. So, when I'm nervous, I bake. So I took it upon myself to cook some cookies on this lava.
Oh, cookies!
Oh, good, I'm hungry.
Please, everyone, eat up. It could be our last meal.
Oh. Thank you, Pine.
Slight.
You steal a cookie.
There's a distant howl.
Sounds like a puppy.
Was that my belly or was... Oh.
It's an unholy howl.
Oh,
The doors on the Hellgate start to shake.
Uh-oh.
Shattering under a tremendous force, the doors burst open. And in front of you is a horrendous sight. A hellhound, nearly 18 inches long, with a spiked collar, a beautiful little tuxedo white spot on his chest, fire dripping from his mouth. It is the fearsome mutt Momo. Oh, this is a reveal. Go to the footage.
This piece is Momo. He's a ferocious but cuddly hellhound. He's a very good boy who deserves all the bones of your infernal enemies.
What do you guys want to do? This miniature hellhound has come through the gates. He's gazing at you with red eyes.
Well, he is just the cutest thing
Oh,
I've seen.
would you look at that?
Actually, you guys might even you'd have to make a wisdom save. Wait, you're still Oh yeah, this is the best little dog you've ever seen in your life.
Alright, it looks like I might
start
have to
walking
use my
over.
second channel divinity on him now. While he's walking, can I just go ahead and shoot the light Moradin straight through?
Clear the darkness from him.
I'm just about to jump.
Alright, no more channel divinity.
Whoa! Stop yourself there. All right, so there's this.
I mean, I still want to pet the dog. But...
He playfully sort of,
He's got a spring in his step.
He really does move quite fast. But as he gets closer, you see there's fire in his mouth and kind of wild look in his eye.
Boy, you know, my kids always wanted a dog.
Might I try some animal handling?
Sure. Although you're a little far away. You have to get closer
is he
to.
coming closer? Because I'll let
Yeah,
him
he's-
get a little bit closer before
Alright.
I try this.
Are you gonna?
I'm going to tell him that he's a very good boy, and I'm going to borrow one of her little cookies, and I'm going to offer it to him.
Whoa, that has chocolate in it.
No, it doesn't.
All right, so he
The lemon cookies.
he bounds over. He leaps up into the magma and starts swimming through the magma, doggy paddling as fast as his little tiny.
Here, boy.
Whoa!
Who's a
Beware! A fearsome hellhound is coming right at us! Let's destroy this creature before it's too late! Look at his killer look in his eye! Did you not hear the words of, I won't say his name again, of the Dark Lord of Nessus?
Oh, he just wants a little scratch.
He's a killer! Look at him! He's coming right at us! Kill it before it's too late!
I'm sure he just wants a belly rub.
Listen, if I can, I'm still wounded. I may be the greatest illusionist in all the land, but I'm weakened from my time in the soul cage.
Wait,
You are the
have you always been the Pontifex General?
Oh no.
Oh, I do know where your Pontifex is.
He was never here. No, he is a holy man. He would not be
Are
down
you
here.
a worshiper of Morden?
Oh.
Okay.
What is the correct
because
answer?
Morden would not let him sin like that.
Of course, I worship all creeds and kinds. But listen, if I can regain my strength.
I know you're lying.
Oh,
I'm going to do a
lying.
Ear of Deceit.
All right.
An insight check to determine if a creature's lying.
I'm gonna tell you, he flat
I
out
can
he's
tell you
lying.
for a fact that I'm wearing a ring of truth telling right here.
Wait! If I can just regain my strength, I can get us out of here. It is the only way. You must protect me from the horrible beast.
Where's the Pontifex General?
If you get me out of here alive, I will tell you.
So he's not our friend.
I'm Zaltar, keeper of the catacombs, prince of phantasm.
So he came, and it was our friend, and then we came, and it,
You know, Cinder, so it have to make sense.
Momo leaps out of the lava. He lands on the ground.
All right, that is a 22 for my animal.
Before you start controlling him, he hits the ground and shakes like crazy. Magma sprays all over. Everybody give me a dexterity save.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm right next to him.
Oh boy.
Or you can use your uncanny dodge too.
I mean, I rolled a 22.
Okay.
14.
You're dodging the magma. Who would
I rolled a 6.
Oh, so you open arms. You reach down. Your face is sprays with magma. Sprays in your face. 3 points of fire damage.
Magma sneeze.
And then he sneezes. Oh, I got
sneezes in your face.
You're okay.
14.
You get okay.
All right.
All right. So you get magma in your face. But it doesn't stop you. You know this.
It's okay. You're still a good boy.
You can sense.
Yeah.
You can sense the light of goodness in him. He may be a hellhound, but there is goodness in him. All right. He leaps up into your arms. He starts snuggling. He starts licking your face.
So no! Don't let it burn you with its fiery tongue! It's a horrible creature!
I give it scratches.
Look, it's gonna bite your hand off!
I feed it a cookie.
Boom, boom. He swallows it and goes.
No.
Oh, yay.
It's as if 3 wolves are howling at once in the distance.
Oh no.
There's a bright light glows in the Hellgate, and bursting out, you see 3 huge canine heads on one massive body about 20 feet tall. We've got ourselves another reveal. Roll the tape.
Behold, Cerberus! Covered in infernal barding, its 3 mouths are augmented with felsteel blades for ultimate armor penetration. You'll really want to watch out if this one starts foaming at the mouths.
So you see an absolutely massive 3-headed dog-like creature. It's got a mane on its back that's on fire. It looks like it has jaws with huge teeth, and there's blades attached, like chained to its jaws to further augment its teeth. You see fire licking out of its mouth, and 6 eyes just looking around and sniffing the air. And they all 3 heads point at Zaltar. Roll for initiative.
3 heads, 1 for each of my children. They really like it if I brought these.
All right, who's got over 20? Who's got over 20? Uh-oh. Who's got 15 to 20? Who can beat an 18?
16.
Ooh.
That does not beat 18.
No, so I thought you said...
16 is less than 18?
Oh. I thought you said like...
15 to 20. He's got an 18.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you're good. You're good. Just not as good as your buddy over here.
Sorry.
What do we got between 10 and 15? 11. We'll take it.
I got a 7.
All right. We got what tug? What are you looking at?
This time I got a hand plus a whole finger.
Oh, you're working your way up in the world,
Yes.
Tug. All right. This thing.
Oh dear.
Snarls forward. It just wades into the magma. It slows it down a little bit because it's so deep, but it seems completely unharmed. And it's beelining right for the soul cage, the pedestal of pain where Zaltar is standing. Oh wait,
You know, I'm real torn here because Zaltar did all that sinning, but also this dog's probably gonna try to kill him, so I don't know what to do here.
I'm still confused.
Hold him off long enough, and I can get us out of here.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
But what about the Pontifex General?
You want to make an
Did
insight?
he ever exist?
I can make.
Yeah, you're sure that the.
No, I'm not that
You've
good.
seen him give sermons. No, you're not.
I'll do an insight
Maybe
check.
Morton doesn't exist.
That's a lie.
That's a 23 insight.
You think he wants to get the hell out of here, and you
Hell
believe
yeah.
he has the power to open the gate.
Okay.
But he does seem weak from being in the soul cage for so long.
So he does seem weak, but I think he could get us out of here. And we didn't leave things too good with the guy at the gate.
Yeah.
Karj, what would you
Wait,
like to
but
do?
Doors open. Oh.
That's you.
I didn't realize Serby went already. Cerberus.
Serby.
Jesus.
I will.
A lot of hit points.
Can I move away from here or do I have to disengage from Momo?
Am I not
Yeah,
holding him?
Momo is
I should be
is
here.
friendly right now.
Okay.
I should be
Right now.
here.
I'm gonna get in and try to shoot Cerberus with a short bow.
All right.
So that's 18.
It's a hit.
Seven.
Is it they are not magical arrows, correct?
No, they're not magical.
All right. So the your arrow flies true, but has a hard time penetrating the infernal hide of this creature. So it's a glancing blow, single drop of blood drops down, but it is does not look like it's done much damage to it. Do you want to do anything else?
Right now I'm good.
All right, Sandy.
All right. Well, first thing I think I'm gonna do is bonus action spiritual weapon.
What form is your
This
spiritual
particular
weapon?
spiritual weapon is a rolled up newspaper. And it's gonna float on over there and smack that puppy right on the snout.
Which snout? Left, middle, or right?
The one that looks most like a bad dog.
All look just like heinous dogs.
The metal one.
All right.
So I can move it 20 feet. I'm gonna put it right here and smack it right on the snout.
All right.
That's a 1d8.
Here, let's have Oswaldine can be your spiritual
rolled
weapon
up
over there.
newspaper.
Your rolled up newspaper.
That's an 8.
All right. It swings down. It hits the there's this fel steel metal jaw thing on there, and just deflects off harmlessly.
Alright, well, that was my bonus action. So I'm going to give a little bit of a motivational speech here. And I'm going to tell you all that I really believe in you. And so does Moradin.
I want to hear it. Sing it.
Alright, everybody. Dwarven Force, listen up. We have come this far, and we will rescue the Pontifex General. I do not know who this Zaltar character is, but Moradin will guide us. And you are all heroes in Moradin's eyes.
Aye.
Alright,
Yeah, that was quite
building,
stirring.
5 temporary hit points.
Do you include Zaltar?
And advantage on wisdom saves. I guess I'll include Zaltar. Does Zaltar feel motivated by what I said? Because if he is, then I guess so.
See
Anyone
he's
can be
looking at you. He
motivated
strokes
by
his little
Moradin.
salt chip.
Ooh, yeah. She speaks well.
Do you want to move?
I will move away from the Lemur pit. Am I still holding Momo?
Yes, you are.
Alright, I'm going to take him under my arm and we're going to back up behind here.
All right. Marjorie, what would you like to do?
So I would like to cast Fear, and that is projecting a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. So each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration.
Alright, what's the
DC 13.
13? Whiz?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Alright, so you what do you sort of fear do you think you'd be conjuring for this 3-headed canine?
Oh, I imagine it's probably afraid of cats. Maybe like a demonic cat of some sort, or its master. Whatever one that it really believes is the scariest.
So you conjure up some maybe Asmodeus with some sort of 3-headed cat.
With a cat.
Right,
Oh yeah, that's spooky.
And it unleashes forward, and it seems like for a moment the head sort of recoil, and then they shake it off, and it feels like it has some sort of it's some sort of magic resistance that's beyond it's supernatural.
So I think it has magic resistance.
It shakes it off.
Just a heads up. Oh dear. Oh my.
Do you want to do anything else?
No, that's about it for me.
Tug.
Well, I feel my barbarian rage bubble up inside me with the sense that sometimes someone special comes into your life and you make good memories and then you let them go and there's happiness in that. And I move with my speed 35 feet and I ready a 2-handed strike in the name of love if he were to come across the magma, and I would give him a good boop on the snout with
Oh,
my
you're not holding
warhammer.
back.
Yeah.
You're all in, Tug.
Yeah.
All right. You see, Zaltar is sitting there. He's gathering his strength. Hey, you're the prince. But he still looks a little weak. Also, we're gonna see. Oh, do we have a 2x1 floor anywhere? In the other.
Not off the top of my head.
Anywhere? Yeah, 100%.
That's somewhere in this place.
All right. Well, it's not. Okay, we're going. So there's this bubbling floor, this Lemur pit. You see the hands start crawling forward, and it starts.
Oh God.
It starts clawing itself across the across the floor, right towards you guys, and it's clawing the air towards. This is you, right? Who's got the bucket of water?
Oh, I have the bucket of water.
All right,
oh, dear.
This weird mass of claws and maws are sort of clawing the air right behind you. Oh, our friend Cerberus, where did you go? Let's see. So all 3 heads lift back and jet forward and unleash this huge 60-foot cone of fire. 5, 6, but 6 of you is 12. Oh yeah, so it hits everybody. Everybody in this blast radius here gets. So give me a. That's everybody. So everybody, give me a dexterity save.
That was very well coordinated.
I gotta use my inspiration.
Jeez.
Did anybody get a 17 or above?
No.
All right. We're all looking at. I'll just give you your baseline damage. 33 points of fire damage.
Oh my uncanny dodge.
What? Uncanny dodge? Okay. You cannot hide, but you can dodge like can be. 33 points of fire damage.
I have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 33. Round up?
Forget about your
round down.
extra 5 you got there.
Yep.
Oh,
Those are gone. And Zaltar gets thrown back.
No! Protect me so I can open the gate out of here, you fools!
Carge. What would you like to do?
Does...
Oh, Momo, unaffected by the fire.
Good.
Just panting happily and wagging his tail.
Watch Momo get hurt here. Can I try to
Up
like
next to Sandy.
see like while still having the higher ground, like from here and then try to swing at the mountain?
Sure.
Oh, with the rapier. 15 plus 17.
All right, you hit.
Let's do it. Right? Yeah, let's do it. Hey, do I get sneak attack on that, or?
No. This thing, it's got like no less than 12 sets of eyes in there. And I don't know what we got. Like how many arms in there, Nina? 5 arms and yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna, as my bonus action, I'm gonna sidefall fighting.
Okay.
So that's insight checks. So it is 2, 15.
All right.
So if that succeeds.
What are you trying to beat? His passive
no.
perception? What?
Yeah, perception check.
All right. Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to use sneak attack against it.
All right.
That's 3d.
You zig right, you zig left. You realize that when its arms are sort of flashing around, you can wait till one of the arms is covering the eyes and use that as cover, and zip in when it's least expecting it.
Nice.
And give it its little sneakage.
So basically, I think it's 6 for the rapier and then 3d6. 6 plus 1, so it's 7. So that's 17.
Whew. All right, so you definitely stab in with your rapier, twist and twirl, and actually slice off one of the arms. Goes flying off, and it lands with a flop right in front of Margaret.
Awesome.
And it starts scuttling over, trying to grab your ankle. Sandy.
So does it seem like this thing might just be an angry mama and I'm just holding its puppy and that I should probably let its puppy go and run back to it?
Give me either an insight or an animal handling, your choice.
I'm gonna do animal handling.
I think there might be a connection between Momo and this great beast. From here, you do see some weird fiery teats on its underside.
Yeah.
Fiery teats, all right.
As it were.
I'm going to avert my eyes. I will put this little puppy down and I will let him run on back. And then as a bonus action, I will do a mass healing word.
Woo! All right, let's get some healing.
It's not great, but I will do my best. Oh! Max 10.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh, yes. So you put down Momo, and he sits and he looks up at you, and he puts out a paw.
Oh, I shake his
Oh, that's
paw and I
just
say,
too
You
cute.
gotta run over your mama.
And he starts licking your hand.
Oh, I
Do
think.
not know.
Margin,
You know
what do you want to do?
I think he wants to join the Church of Morden. He really likes the vibes, as my children would say.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes.
Margin, what do you want to do?
Oh, geez. Well, you know, I'm pretty beat up, so I'm gonna come over here and cast that Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
I'm just gonna heal myself, so everyone wants to continue on. Don't look.
Tug.
All right. So I hear Sandy with Momo, and I turn back and I'd like to use animal handling to see, come here, boy, come here, and come closer to the Cerberus up to me. And can I use inspiration?
Sure.
All right. And I got a 15.
All right, he turns around and he prances over to you and grabs your warhammer handle in his mouth.
All right, and next I want to try to fling him back toward the Cerberus. Just give him a good what for back towards Mama.
All right, give me an athletics.
Hell?
After I just was fire coned for half my health, yes. What? This is athletics? You said?
Yeah.
Nat 20! Hey!
So, Momo's holding on to his little teeth. You spin him around in a full circle, and you see like a delightful fire in his eyes. He's like, we're gonna ride, and then, woo! You like launch him, and he lofts up gently, like into the air, bounces off the spiritual weapon, flying up over there. The Cerberus sees him coming and rears up and catches him on the top of the middle head, and then the other two heads like drop down and nuzzle him and hold him right in place on.
As things should be.
Where'd he go? Where's Momo? he's a black dog on black legs.
It's tuxedo.
All right.
Perfect. A dog now.
Perfect.
Like a perfect circus dog. See, we're all right. So Zaltar
says, yes, I know where. A gold coin in. I can feel it now. Yes, jumbo.
What was it?
Like he starts mumbling about the gold coin in.
Yeah.
And so I mean, he turns around. It seems like he's sort of starting to get up to speed a little bit. The lemur pit. It's towards you, Mr. Karj, and it starts thrashing its arms towards you. All right, so you nimbly leap aside. You actually jump off the hands of one, stomp it down. But the last hand sweeps by you, like kicking it back. You realize it's got like a mouth in the hand. It bites your shin. It starts tearing flesh out, it's drinking your blood right out of your shin for 6 points of piercing damage.
Mouth in the hand.
Yeah, you didn't even smoke that there.
It's worth the mouth in the
Boy, that's
Yeah, that's the word on the street.
oh, not even my husband makes those jokes.
I'm trying to understand what's going on here.
I don't think you're allowed to say those sorts of things in church. Mouth in the bush.
Oh no. No.
So,
Don't put you in timeout.
So we're back at the top of the initiative order. So Cerberus gently puts down Momo behind it. Momo hops off, sort of sits there, she pushes him back with her head nuzzled back, and then turns with a growl and leaps for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She goes barreling past all of you. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
But she's a mom.
And she's not a...
She's scary.
She seems to be ignoring all of you and beelining right for Zaltar.
Yes. I'm attacking.
Oh dear.
Who else was in? Did you go past
I'm right
any?
here. She's not
She's not
moving out
disengaged
yet.
from you yet.
25.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
And your weapon is magical?
Yes. That is 10 damage.
All right. So you, so she goes galloping past. You bring your hammer down.
Yes.
Cracking one of its paws. And she totally ignores you and barrels right towards Zaltar, making 3 bite attacks.
Oh.
Oh dear.
All right, so Zaltar is kind of flailing around his back turned. The first bite attack gets his hat and rips his hat off, and he whirls around just in time to see the other 2 jaws clamp down on his arm. You see the fell steel blades just bite in. There's a terrible snapping and cracking of bone, and it rips off his left arm, just like completely torn off. Blood like spraying on his side.
I mean, Gordon.
Oh, boy! This only need one arm to cast. Oh, save me!
Karj, what would you like to do?
Should we be saving this guy? He sounds like he sounds like a real evil guy. But
He's
he
our
sounds
way
like
out.
Our way out, yeah. I mean, I have to attack. So I'll make a attack on Cerberus.
All right.
Because Cerberus is not paying attention to me, so sneak attack.
Sure. He's laser focused on Zaltar.
Plus, it's 9.
All right. It's he may be laser focused, but he's also armored in. It looks like dwarvenite barding on this thing, inscribed with infernal runes. Yeah, it is a war machine. This beast.
Oh.
You're actually quite intrigued. The craftsmanship is fantastic. You want to move?
How do I move? I'm stuck with
You could use your cunning action to disengage, and then you could back up the stairs. Or scramble up that side, or
Yeah, I'll disengage and try to go here.
you're still right next to the Lemur pit.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're over there, you can be next
Actually,
to
wait.
the lava.
Can I just jump here?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Who's up next? Sandy. What are you gonna do?
I would like to ask Marvin for guidance.
Okay.
I'm not sure about this Zaltar fella.
Okay.
And I would like, Marvin, if you please guide me, give me some sort of message or sign if I am supposed to save this man who is clearly evil and clearly a sinner, and hurt this poor single mom monster.
Give me a religion check. 7. You know, in all of this, the darkness and the fire and the like, it's hard to focus on Moradin. But you do know this, that Moradin wants you to live to fight another day and to spread the good word of the warmth that he'll bring to your heart. You are not meant to die in Nessus.
I think I understand what Moradin is trying to say. I think I'm gonna take my spiritual weapon and gently pet Momo and stroke it.
Alright, Momo,
Maybe I'll make it a nice chicken bone instead of a noose beak.
be careful. So he starts playing and tugging a spiritual weapon.
Oh my god.
Marjorie, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna try to calm emotions on Cerberus over here. DC 13. Charisma save.
You once again, you weave your. Let's hear it. What's your bardic? Your wonderfully off pitch.
Oh yeah.
all the ears all his ears go back and he like sort of shies away, and there's once again sort of a ripple of magic around her, seems to be protecting her, but he seems to be getting weaker. And you don't know how much more of that singing she can take. Do you want to do anything else? You want to move?
No, I'll stay here.
Tug.
I'd like to turn around and attack and make my barbarian extra attack. Can I roll them at the same time? Okay. So that is 19 and 26.
Both are hits.
Okay. So, and I'm still enraged.
Yeah, so you get your
so
your
I have
2.
Yeah, 5. So
And
first one is 14.
Zaltar
and 12. So 26.
All right, so you start smashing your hammer, start chipping the dwarf. You realize that the Dwarvenite barding, you ding off your first hit against that and realize it's best to go under. You just swing into the exposed underbelly, smashing her fiery teats, and smashing. Cerberus is howling in pain, but pays no attention to you. Locked on Zaltar, its quarry. Zaltar whirls around, mutters an incantation, and goes with it, and in front of you, a portal. He tears open a rift in space and time, a gate back to the prime material plane. In fact, it's the Soul Cage portal. That's our last reveal. Bring up the videotape.
This is the Soul Cage portal, a swirling gate to another dimension. Gaze into its depths and let the screams of the damned soothe your weary soul.
That doesn't even make sense. All right. So he's opened a gate. Meanwhile, the what can it reach? This thing, the Lemure pit, slides, drags itself towards you, Tug.
Oh.
Grabbing.
Looks like it's
yeah.
Grabbing at you with its 4 remaining arms.
Be careful,
you bat off 3 of them.
Get out of here.
But the 4th one gets you for 7 points of piercing damage.
Let's see. And I'm enraged and resistant to piercing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Is that half then?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
It barely tugs your skin. Cerberus whirls 2 of its heads, chomp down towards Zaltar. He dodges the side of one. The other one catches him in the side of his abdomen. And a huge, it tears in and it pulls out some of his entrails locked in his. And he's holding the portal open best he can. The 3rd head turns around towards you, where he smashes his underbelly.
I deserve this.
Blasts you with hellfire. Give me a dexterity save. Looking for a DC of 19.
1.
All right, you.
Oh no!
You take another 33 points of fire damage.
Oh my god!
What are you at?
3?
Oh no!
Guard. What do you want to do?
So how long does it seem like the portal is only open for?
Very short period of time.
Should we try to get in this, or should we try to take care of?
I think we should maybe get out of here.
So, should I get in, or should I take care of?
No guts, no glory.
What are you gonna do?
I want to try something stupid. I want to see if I can in here and then jump on Cerberus.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Onto the
Its mane is made of
flaming
fire.
mound.
Yes.
You did say you want to do something stupid.
20.
All right, you
Natural 20. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
natural.
It's amazing that such little legs could loft you so far and so high. You leap gracefully and land on its flaming back, grabbing hold of, I don't even know what you're holding onto. It's a mane of
Armor.
fire.
The chains that they're grafted
Yeah.
on.
All right, you one hand, chain in each hand.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I want to do a eye of detail to try to see the weak points of the armor.
Okay. Do you do an insight check?
Yeah, insight. So
This is crazy inquisitive.
20, modified.
All right, so there's latches on the back of each of the heads. There's latches that hold these crazy fell steel muzzles on there that have the razor sharp blades.
And now I want to, as my main action, I want to use my thieves tool to try to take the armor off.
All right, give me a thieves tools check. Woo!
11, 14.
All right, you pop one off. One hand holding on one hand, other you can pull the chains free, and the fell steel drops, and you see the muzzle, beautiful canine muzzle that was under there. It's sort of like a Doberman with teeth that are about this long, and fire looking out of its mouth. Clatters to the ground. Sandy, what would you like to do?
Well, I would like to try and cast a command on the Cerberus. It's a save 14.
All right, wisdom. It looks over at you for a moment, and there's that sort of ripple of magic around it, and your spell dissipates, but the field around it vanishes as well.
Oh.
The field around it vanished.
Yeah, it had some sort of like anti-magic field around it
Anti-magic field.
that you
But
have
not no
dismantled.
more.
Oh, good.
Would you like to make a move or a bonus action? You got your spiritual weapons
I
floating
would
around
like
out there
to
with a
bonus
dog attached to it.
Action healing word
Ooh.
on my pal here.
Mr. Pal. And coming up next is Margaret.
I'm on. Well, I moved on the,
Sorry, it's just a fun.
Refreshing.
Margaret. Did you want to move?
So
Okay.
I will. I will stay where I am. I'll back up and right behind my friend.
All right. Margaret, would you
Okay, so I'd like to take some cookies out of my bag, and I want to try to convince this little pupper to come eat my cookies instead of Zoltar.
Which pupper?
All of them.
All of them? You mean the
I have
the Cerberus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have so many cookies. I always bake extra just in case I have visitors.
Okay.
So, I just roll animal
Give me an
handling.
animal handling. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's only a 10.
Yeah, it seems like these cookies are not made of human flesh, are they?
Oh, not this time.
No sweet meats. All right, so you're waving these cookies about, but it's clearly this thing is it has a command.
Oh, okay.
Fetch.
If only we could.
Fetch Zaltar.
If only we could
Fetch.
command it.
Good boy. It ignores your cookies. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna just stay there. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Oh dear.
Tug.
All right. When the field disappears, that's something I would have noticed as I'm attacking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a ripple of magic energy. It seems like it's some sort of magic defense.
All right, then I'm going
Attack
down swinging.
against magic.
So I'm gonna make a reckless attack. And take a 23.
It's a hit.
And then can I make an extra
Your
attack?
second attack, yeah.
And that is 18.
All right, those are both hits.
All right. 8 plus 18. So
your total?
26.
Nice. All right, so you're bringing your holy hammer down, just smashing the flank of this beast. You hear some bones cracking underneath. You just keep pounding away on the backside of this creature. Do you want to move?
You think I oughta? Yeah, I'll make a move. So let's see, 35.
So you're gonna, if you move out of its reach, it will probably take an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna stay right here and look it in the eye before I get flamed down.
All right. Zaltar says,
Quickly! My concentration's fading! Every man for himself!
and he like flops into the portal, but his entrails are still in the mouth of the thing, and he's toppling, and he can't quite get in. He pulls a dagger out and he starts trying to like cut his intestines so he can drop backwards into the portal. He's cutting away.
Takes less than 6 seconds.
Where did he go? Let's see.
Normal?
No, the Lemur pit.
Oh, it's
where Tug was.
It's very disgusting.
All right, so it starts. It starts working its way around this way, coming after Tug.
Oh.
It's gonna taste for your blood.
I guess so.
Top of the order. All right. Cerberus. Let's see. One head is gonna go after you.
Right.
And 2 heads are gonna go after Zaltar. So.
Which head is the one that doesn't have the?
Oh, the head closest to you.
Thank goodness. Thank Mora didn't.
So he chomps down right on your side. Luckily, it doesn't have razor sharp fell steel blades. It just has razor sharp giant Cerberus teeth.
Right.
So you take 17 points of piercing damage.
So let's see. Is that 8 resistance?
Yes.
All right.
Are you still alive?
I'm still alive.
Where are you at?
2.
Oh no.
Come at me, Pooch.
Zaltar finishes cutting his intestine, drops back. Ha ha! I'm free! Just as it chomps down and catches his leg, and it yanks him out of the portal and starts thrashing him around in the air, spraying blood and viscera all around the cave.
Oh no.
Karj, what would you like to do? As long as he doesn't lose concentration, let's make his.
Is he still concentrating?
Oh, I had him there.
So close. Get in there.
Minis on minis on minis.
Minis on minis on
Minis for
minis.
days.
All right, what do you want to do, Karj?
So the one that Zaltar's mouth, I'm gonna try to remove the mouth guard off of the one on Zaltar.
That one is thrashing around like crazy. If you want to try and dismantle that one, you're gonna have to do it at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Because it's thrashing around like a ragdoll. And coming up next to Sandy. Let's see.
I want to try to do that.
You see the portal start to flicker.
Oh no.
Oh.
Should we just try to go for this?
I think it may be wise.
Yeah, okay, I'm just going to jump off and try to go into the portal.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check.
15.
Alright. You jump off, just missing flying Zaltar bits in the air, land on the edge of the portal. You dive in?
Yeah.
He disappears.
Oh.
Sandy, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna try that command again. One last try. Oh wait, it's a save. 14.
Thrashing Zaltar around so much you can't even get its attention.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and run up here and also jump into the portal.
Did you want to do anything with your bonus, your spiritual weapon?
Poop its snout one more time.
Take Momo.
Take Momo with you.
I can't carry face with it.
Oh no.
I suppose I will just let it dissipate because I do not believe in attacking single mobs.
Alright. Margaret, so you disappear. Margaret, what are you gonna do?
Oh geez. I don't want to leave Zoltar behind because the way I practice my faith, it's no man left behind, you know? So I'm gonna try to cast Calm Emotions again on this pooch. So that's a DC 13 charisma save.
Oh yeah. Stops shaking him in the...
Oh. Calm down. Oh, that's better than where we were. Okay. Alright. And, you know, I'm gonna... Oh, there's...
The other two heads swirl around and sniff you.
It's like, okay, everything's okay here. And then I say to Zaltar, like, try to jump. And, okay, and that's my turn.
Do you want to move?
I don't... I guess I'll go... Are they gonna get an attack of opportunity? If I, like, walk under their jaws?
It's, no, right now it doesn't seem like it's
Okay.
aggressive towards you. The portal's starting to flicker like
5.
crazy.
Okay, that was my 5.
Tug.
I'm still enraged and I say, I think I almost got her, friends!
No!
Guys! Hello? Oh, and I see the flickering portal and I try to move toward it. So I'm leaving.
Alright, well,
not-
here's the bad news.
Okay.
It gets 3 attacks of opportunity.
Right.
It's got 3 hits.
What has Zoltar
Well, the good
now?
news is one of them is Zaltar, so we'll give you 2.
But they're calm, aren't they?
Not against him.
Okay.
I hate him. A 23 is a hit.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
15 points of
Okay,
slashing
touchdown.
damage.
I go to meet more of Din.
Alright, Tug collapses to the ground on the steps of the Pedestal of Pain.
Oh jeez.
Just barely, almost made it.
Zaltar is... You see Zaltar fall limp in the jaws of the beast. The portal closes. The last thing the 2 of you see through is this horrid mass of lemurs just crawl forward, crawl over Tug's spine. But there's a little sound and just as the portal fades, a small black dog jumps through to the other side. Momo makes it through the portal, collapses, and that's the last anyone has ever seen of the rest of you.
Woo! Awesome.
Sort of survived hell. Some of you.
Some of us.
All right, that's
Oh jeez.
that takes us to 10 o'clock.
Hey!
Thank you.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Again, we're trying to save a life.
Thank you guys for
Where
watching.
did I go
This
wrong?
is our Hellscape. Things in hell don't always end well. It is a terrible, terrible place to visit with some heinous denizens. Thanks for hanging out with us.
On the bright side, Zaltar's dead.
Or is he?
If I died and he survived, I'm gonna be real peeved.
We may have to do a sequel.
Yes.
Return.
The Return.
Hellraiser 2. Yeah, Return. Heckraiser. The Return.
Excuse
Right?
you. You're
The
in the
rescue.
presence.
We may have to bring the Pontifex this time. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the wonderful support in the Kickstarter. We have another
Can't wait
3
you're
more
dead.
days to go. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here. And thank you to everybody that's made this thing possible. We have our unbelievable crew over here working super hard to make this live stream happen. Everybody that made all this wonderful stuff. And thank you guys for bringing all the costumes, the props, the energy, the madness. Let's just give thanks to everybody else who Moradin. Let us give thanks to Moradin.
Oh yes.
The dwarf father for saving at least 2 of our intrepid bands.
One last action. Since I'm out of there, I want to hide in shame for leaving behind my.
Yeah, in the gold coin inn. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Back to the anvil for us. Woo!
Woo!